Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King YAHANNA, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. SHALAM.
Hey, Shalom, you ever style? What's going on, Breeze?
Hey, Slim Style, what's going on? I don't want.
Everything toward.
What's wrong?
But that Passover demon is something else, huh?
How you say that?
You'll see. I go knock on right there.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Shalom, stop.
Hey,
Slim
Slim
Style.
Style, what's going on? I don't want.
Y'all need to pay y'all Passover fee?
Nah, I pay mine in a couple weeks. Probably about 2-3 weeks.
I paid half for it, man.
Half for it.
Con.
2-3 weeks, huh?
Ouch!
Knowledge. I know you ain't trying to teach class and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
I can't teach class, I don't want.
That's on you. Lord be with y'all. Lord be with you.
Let's get it. All right.
Ooh-wee.
Lil Joe don't do nothing.
All right. You know what? I'm tired of betting these dollars. Nigga back 10.
Nigga bad.
Nigga back.
Nigga bad.
Nigga back 20.
Nigga bad.
Yeah, watch. It's gonna hit. Oh.
No, y'all niggas ain't in there shooting dice. Y'all ain't pay y'all Passover fee.
Con, sir.
Lord be with y'all.
Con.
That's on you. Lord be with you.
Get your money up. Ooh-wee. I got them new J's for the all-black party. Hey, come check them out. Watch it. Look. Oh, shit.
Doc, I know you ain't about to brand new J's and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
Con, sir.
That's on you, Doc. Lord be with you.
Con.
Lord be with you.
Damn. Oh, man. Man, this Passover demon been crazy this year, man.
Con, sir.
Bruh, Officer Knock-on been everywhere.
Man, the nigga was in my house.
Wow. Hey, let's just go on and pay this Passover fee right now.
Come
I'm about to pay mine now.
Yeah, me too.
I know y'all ain't about to pay the Passover fee and y'all ain't pay the Passover fee. What y'all waiting on now?
I'll take care of it right now, sir.
That's on you.
Okay.
Lord be with you.
I don't want to come, sir.
Lord be with you.
Con, I don't want to come, sir. 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 Con, I don't want to come, sir.
give a fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Fuck with my Akimo, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's...
Man, your boy Pastor Troy going all the way up with you, man. You already know. Friday, April 11th at the atrium. Yeah, man. Doors open at 8 p.m. You already know we're going from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., man. You already know it's going all the way down. Your boy Pastor Troy, DJ Jelly performing live. And then we getting out there, man, Saturday, yeah, April 12th. It's going all the way down for the Passover. Yeah, man, you already know. At the Marriott Marquis downtown. Yeah, man, we're going from 5 p.m. to midnight. You already know. Hosted by Commander General YAHANNA. Your boy Pastor Troy's going to be in the building, man. Y'all boys holler.
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous classic atrium. I.S.U.P.K presents the All-Black Party with live performances by
Never see another
King
nigga like
Ty.
this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144. Nakawan.
Niggas snitching in the act like bitches, that's why we unaffiliated.
Sean.
If I'm more right, that's good business.
Natazai.
Me in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
Special guest from China Monet and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
Shalom. The I.S.U.P.K Washington, D.C. School under Command General YAHANNA now has a call-in hotline for any and every question that you may have about the Bible. Unlike the Christian church, we are here to teach the truth about the Bible. Call in and get your questions answered from the real priests and prophets of the Lord. Call 202-989-1950. That's 202-989-1950. Shalom. Shalom.
Right, stop it. Yabshim Shabrak Thumb Yashumata Basham Yashai to all the brothers and sisters. You all know this Wednesday, scripture breakdown in DC, holding it down for Commander General YAHANNA, rocking it out. Passover April 12th. Now that whole week, he gonna have events going on from the lamb slaughter on Wednesday till for the Hebrew Academy. That's a closed door. That's a closed door right there. That Hebrew Academy, they're gonna take their trials Thursday morning, but Thursday evening. I mean, Thursday is also what Thursday evening is scripture breakdown. Scripture breakdown with John Mahyman. You all know how that go. Every Passover is going to be an outstanding class like it usually is. Friday morning, you got the Hebrew Academy graduation, man, and that's from the trials the day before. They're going to face death and then some, and if they pass it, then they get to graduate and get them good covers. You all see us rocking that shield and that badass cover, and you certified One West Hebrew Academy graduate. It's not for everybody, right? I'm gonna say that it's not for everybody. This is something you got to be invited to, you got to be recommended for, and then you have the burden of proving that you deserve it, right? Sometimes you don't make it all the way through. Most times you don't get invited. All right, you could be an officer, you could be a trooper, you could rock on through. But if you're trying to, get that extra training, that extra certification, that extra thing to help you on the street, that academy is where you want to aim for. That academy is where you want to go and rock with it. So they're gonna have that graduation Friday morning, I believe, or Friday around midday. Friday night, all black party. Y'all just saw the commercial. All the brothers from the UPK whole, rocking it out. All the music, all the good music, stage performance. Last year was outstanding. Y'all better go look up that video. That video last year was, got to be about 2 hours of performances. Live performances. Last year we had China Monet. This year she coming back again, and bringing Pastor Troy with them. Right, that's his name, Pastor Troy. Bringing Pastor Troy with them, and who the hell knows who else going to turn up? It is Atlanta. One person who ain't come and who ain't invited is that Sakari Sodomite. He's not invited at all. But we'll set a peg on the corner for him though. He could please himself with that shit. We'll set some sort of object on the corner for him to amuse himself with. If you're in Atlanta, you're in the South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, all the way down there, Mississippi, Alabama, it ain't too far to drive across and get to Atlanta, right? We're in the Atrium Friday. DJ Jelly is going to be, it's going to be something. You ain't want to miss it, right? And Saturday, of course, is the Lord's Passover. 56 years, man. Give the Lord a hand for that shit. 56 years of keeping traditions of ancient men that Moses kept in Egypt. Moses kept the Passover in Egypt. We keeping it right now. The Jewish man ain't never been to one Passover. This is our culture, our custom. This is what we here to do. And Sunday is the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is really part of the Passover. A lot of people don't understand it. Don't just roll out Sunday morning. Sunday is another feast day, another high holy day. It's part of the Passover. Really, unleavened bread technically starts Passover night. Technically, it starts at sundown Passover night. Why? Because you had to take all the leavening out your house. You had to get it out. And you're starting that Passover night with the unleavened bread. But that's Passover. The next day is where it starts, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You got to get the leavening out of your house for the next week, the next 7 days after. No leavening, no yeast, no raising agents to consume as a raising agent. There's leavening in beer. You could drink beer. That's not a raising agent. You can't pour beer on flour and the flour gonna rise. It's not going to work like that. Anything that, gives, makes something rise. Yeast, activated yeast, of course, baking soda, all them type of stuff. You all could look it up. Anything you're unsure about, just contact your camp leader. It's wise that you clear your house of the leavening before you leave for Passover. Because by the time you come back, you're going to be in the feast. You would have broken the law. Right? So it's wise to clear your house out before you leave for Passover. If you have a basement, put the items in your basement. If you have because that's not really part of your dwelling, that's not part of your house, that's in the basement. How often you go to your basement? If you don't have a basement, you could put it in the trunk of your car. You could put all the leavening stuff in the trunk of your car. I would advise you just start giving the shit away, man. Give away your bread, give away the Doritos. I think Doritos is good, right? Yeah, I'm sure. Just check that. Check me on that one. But give away anything in your house that has the leavening in it. Tell your family to come and get it, whatever. Or, go give it, get rid of it. That's what you want to do. But you can put it in your trunk. You could put it outside. Some of you brothers who live further up north in, very cold weather, you put that shit outside, it'll keep because it's cold. It's down like put it in the fridge. All right. You want to get rid of it. And for 7 days, you're eating unleavened bread, flat bread, tortilla bread, like that taco bread or the burrito bread. Usually it shouldn't have any leavening in it. You could always ask and find out. Corn tortillas is also good. Corn tortillas don't have leavening in them, and that's also good. And I believe that covers it. So, you want to make sure you're on top of that. Go ahead, Bakwash.
There's a question online about this topic, sir.
Come on.
It's from a Hebrew Dave. Says, how about people that stay with non-believing family members?
No sweat. Listen, well, this is what you want to do, right? You might live with people in the world, people who, they don't follow what you follow. You want your living space to not have anything in it. All right. You want your living space to not have anything. So the room you may be renting in or the room you staying in, make sure you don't have nothing in there. Maybe for the week, you bring food from outside. You don't even consume stuff from the kitchen because the kitchen has the leavening in it. You get the point? You're gonna have to find some way to keep the Lord's law and to definitely make the effort to do it. I would advise, if it's possible, sometimes you're a young brother or sister, you're living with your mother and father, you're living with aunts and uncles. I would advise us quickly to get your own space if it's possible. If it's not possible, then you wanna damn near, segregate yourself in that living space. You wanna have make sure there's no leavening in your room, in your dwelling space. You get the point? Your food, you might want to bring food in from outside as best you can. If you're not in a position to buy food and bring it in from outside, ain't no problem, man. Go in there and do your thing. But is damn near like you protesting every way. You're not touching the bread, you're not touching anything else. It's the feast of unleavened bread. You get the point? And this is why the brotherhood and sisterhood is so important, because it ain't nothing to go try to stay with a brother or sister during that time. You get the point? If it's that bad. Sometimes it's really bad. You just have to get the hell out of there. But so that's it. And of course, with all of this, consult your camp leader always. Always give your camp leader a shout. Explain the whole situation to him. Because you may have particulars that you can't wipe, it can't be painted with a brush all the way across. You might have certain details that require some finessing. It requires a little bit of tact, a little bit of skill to be able to, effectively do what you're supposed to do. So definitely reach out to your camp leader, Hebrew Dave, whatever city you're in, what city you're in, you could type it in. And you reach out to that camp leader and get some more counsel on it. It may not be different than what I said, or it may be different because your situation is a little bit more different. It's a little bit more intricate. There's some more details involved. But that's how you would do it, all right? $200 Passover fee. Make sure and pay that Passover fee, man. Get that $200 in. Treat the Passover like the new Jordans. What number they on now? 27? Gosh, you was about to say it. Go ahead.
Some 12 just came up.
12 and a half. 12 and 0.75. Treat it like it's the new 12.75 that never dropped. That you all dummies was in line, in the winter around the corner and shooting and killing each other for. You came up with that $275 real quick. Real quick. You give StockX all your goddamn money. Somehow the Passover fee is like a labor, it's like you're building a house. You buy 3 bricks this week. You go buy 4 more bricks next week. By the end of the week, you'll have a wall, nigga. That's how you pay the Passover fee. Pay the goddamn fee, man. Just pay it. Pay it. How long will you do childish things? Pay the damn fee. The general giving you a week of events free. You pay that Passover fee, you have admission to the Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread. All black party with performances. You have acts, and I believe drinks is there too, right? Last year wasn't the drinks included? Nigga, you bitch. Listen. You start a teacher, boy. Go ahead.
He said Hebrew Dave said he's in LA.
In LA, man, you have an excellent camp leader in Captain Gadalha, man. Captain Gadalha gonna pattern that whole thing straight down for you, tailor-made. Get with Captain Gadalha. You could if you could type any number for the California school, 619 something, I believe. Right? Type any number for I.S.U.P.K. California. You could check it out online. Or Hebrew Dave, you could just type the number in. Okay. Google it. You could Google I.S.U.P.K. California, Hollywood Hebrews, any one of them YouTube channels you're gonna get. But this is something Israel should do with vigor and fervor. Don't pay the light bill, pay that Passover fee, man. Pay that thing, call the light bill company and give them your excuses. Give them your best, reason why this thing can't get. You understand? You're in the middle of tax season and you can't drop 200. What's going on? What the hell is going on? What you working for? I'm here to make you feel guilty tonight, nigga. If you want, you could switch the channel. You could go turn Netflix on if you don't want to feel convicted. But I'm definitely going to do my best to have you feeling guilty over $200. 2 Benjis. Who's on the $50 bill? Who's the president on the $50 bill? Who? Grant. 4 grants. That's what I want. Who's 20? Who's even 120?
Jackson.
Give me 10 Jacksons. I'm gonna make you feel uncomfortable, Negro. I'm gonna make you feel uncomfortable. You can't do $200 when you're taking some old hotel roofs, crifts, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, I mean, you go dropping 200 plus 200 on the appetizer alone. You're trying to impress somebody. Pay the damn $200, man. You're adult, 17 years and over, $200 per adult. Get that Passover fee in, man. General planning a spectacular week of events. Your children gonna be taking care of kids' party, babysitting Friday night for your kids, man. Fully secured babysitting with security and guards and cameras and rocking the whole thing out, man. Y'all really put your treasure where your heart is, man. Put your treasure where your heart is and stop bullshitting. All right, good to go. Any other questions,
Last, sir.
Not yet. If you have any questions, you'll type them in. We definitely do have a number you could call. Make sure you call the number if you have any questions. All right. So of course, you'll know that Sakari don't let the peg rest, man. He didn't let the peg rest. Sakari buy a peg and you ain't pay your Passover fee. Who's the faggot? Who is the sodomite dog? That's where I'm going, because yeah, take me to counsel if I call your sodomite wrong, if I made the mistake. But if he's buying a whole kit of pegs and you can't pay your Passover fee, well, damn, maybe you could afford a peg. maybe the peg is cheap enough for you. You know, I mean, it's more affordable than the Passover fee. That's very, very expensive. You have to check that. Passover fee is too expensive. But if it's too expensive, buy a peg, nigga. Buy a peg with and pass over that peg. All right. All right, give me let's start here. Any questions in the room though? Let me know, all right? Okay, give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 21. All right, let's start there, all right? Any questions? You only make sure and get them in now, all right?
Okay.
No, I would not. I appreciate but I absolutely would not. But y'all could get down though. You know how much them cookies cost? $200. Them cookies cost $200. Like. If you have one, you could pay a Passover fee. But y'all could get down. Huh? Nah, man. Listen, y'all go ahead, man. Y'all don't mind me. Y'all don't mind me. I just like to be a little bit more focused. That's all. Everybody trying to shed that Passover weight. And that's what's going on. Everybody trying to make sure they fit into that garment and that dress just right. Them cookies is Satan to everybody else. That's what the hell going on. I see y'all posting all the workout routines and this and that and sweating and how much percent body fat and BMI and all kind of bullshit. And I'm about 3 weeks after the Passover, like you take a deep breath again and swell all the way back up. Why do it? Why do it? For what? You ain't the Passover lamb. You don't need to forget fat. You know, you ain't that thing. Why do it? Is it is a lifestyle or it's for sure? Come on.
I was doing a little something I heard. It's like God don't want no models. He wants your work. He don't care how you look. He don't need no models.
You want to go in there. You want to step in the Vogue. You want to be in Vogue coming in the damn figure. You get the point? Go enjoy them cookies, man. Them cookies listen, it ain't a peg. In fact, give me a cookie. Yeah. Give me one. I'll take one. Hell, I'll take one. Shit. Y'all done convicted me in the damn thing. Who I would have called for Salaki? Go ahead.
Sorry, bro. Can you pass that mic?
No. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1, verse 1. All wisdom cometh from the Lord.
Mm-hmm. We are 21 on 1, right?
It's like you said.
What you at? Ecclesiasticus what?
You said what? Verse 1, chapter 1, verse 1.
No. Well, that's a good one too. We could start there, but I wanted 21.
All
right. Let's start with one on one. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1, verse 1. Mm-hmm. All wisdom cometh from the Lord, and is with him forever.
Mm-hmm. Read it again.
Verse 1. All wisdom cometh from the Lord, and is with him forever.
All wisdom comes from the Most High, and it's with the Lord forever. Wisdom resides with the Lord. What is that saying? That if you leave the truth, you have left wisdom. It doesn't reside anywhere else. It resides with the Lord. And if in case you're unsure, the Lord always picks one all the way down. I believe the general went over it last week. I think Zach went over it last night with the Lord's favorite. He always picks one. With everything he doing, out of this group, I'm going to pick this one. Out of this one, I'm going to pick something else. Out of this thing here, I'm going to pick something else. The Lord is very, very single-minded and specific in what he wants. The Bible says wisdom is with the Lord. The reason you got found out with a peg in your ass is because you left the truth. Or you was never in the truth, to be honest. You just learned from somebody who left. You learn how to be a traitor. But wisdom is with the Lord. Wisdom is going to see. Wisdom is going to see that you get proper counsel for anything you have as you are a young person in the truth, as you're young and you're coming in. And as you grow and you're going to get counsel on things all the way through. You know how that should have ran? You should have done called your camp leader and said, Salaki, so I ain't even want to say it because they're going to make a song clip out. I prefer to write it and show it on the damn camera. I ain't even want to say it because they'll isolate that shit and say, see, there's one of them right there. You're supposed to call your camp leader and say you having fantasies or doing X, Y, Z with your woman. And you want to know if that's okay. And your camp leader would let you know, brother, you better not do that with that sister. You better never do that. That ain't the right way to do nothing. Let me ask you something, brother. Did something happen to you when you was young? What drives these, ideations in your mind? How do you sit? There's some brothers and sisters who sit and fantasize spilling blood. They sit and fantasize. They just sit right there and they're quiet. What do you think about? Nothing. And it's red rum all over their mind. All over. And it usually would come from some experience when they were young, some traumatic experience, somebody who should have been, put down, that didn't get put down, and that's seated in their mind. So somebody would have ran a clinic on you, on your little fantasy island ass, and ask you, what had happened and get to the bottom of it so you could now get, cleansed from that thing that's plaguing you, that demon that don't want to leave you alone, that followed you into your adulthood. But you don't have no wisdom because you never stood with the Lord. You stood on your own thing. You built your own thing and not what the Lord wants. You strayed from the house of the Lord and, turned your back on the house of the Lord. And now look at you. And now you're going to be a topic for the rest of the year. For the rest of the year in Israel, you're going to be a goddamn topic. Anybody see you is going to be a topic. Anytime they see them old gay t-shirts with them gay fringes on the bottom of it, or tassels, or zits, or thread, whatever it is, you're going to be a topic for the rest of the year because you're a dummy and you turned your back on the Lord and you didn't take the hand that was extended to you in a timely manner. So now we all have to find out how much you was bending over. You probably got a red ball in your damn medicine cabinet to bite down on. Bite down. You remember that song? Bite down. Bite down, nigga. Bite down on it. Go ahead, Al.
So, Sluggy, sir, you were saying he was that dude that was in Pulp Fiction?
Listen, I was trying to walk my way up to it but I realized you just jumped the gun. Yeah, I can't even say he was the dude in Pulp Fiction because the dude in Pulp Fiction wasn't with the shit. I think he got knocked out and tied up or some shit like that. I think they forced him.
No, the dude with an all black with the ball in his mouth.
No, that's his wife. That's his wife. She's the one giving. She's the one stroking her. She's the one, laying the tempo, laying the rhythm in the room. Like she's mustard on the beat. She's making the beat. She in there like, follow the beat now. Stay with the beat now. And what is he doing? What is he saying? What are you doing? Working over precepts down there? You're gonna be a topic for the rest of the year until I get an order to stop. Somebody gonna call me and tell me, hey, all right, that's enough now. It's whatever. The general already say he don't give a damn. Talk about him, however. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. At first, I wasn't fully aware how big this topic was. But shit, the only thing bigger than this is the peg in your ass. That's the only thing bigger than this goddamn topic. That's the only thing bigger. Well, how do I know he was taking it? Shit. You get the point? Go ahead.
Verse 2. Who can number the sand of the sea and the drop of the rain in the days of eternity? Verse 3. Who can find out the height of heaven and the breadth of the earth and the deep in wisdom?
Right. Who can find out the height of the earth and the breadth of the earth and everything? He ain't worrying about that. Go ahead. Most I cry Alwapanya Barak. So what, General Q? You have some chapter, right? He ain't worrying about none of that shit. He ain't worried about anything like that. He's only worried about what would please him. All right, hold on. I do have a tape out of sent to you, Bukwash. That's what I forgot. I do have a tape out of sent to you. Hold on. Keep reading, brother, please.
Verse 4. Wisdom hath been created before all things in the understanding of prudence from everlasting.
Bukwash, I'm sending it to you on WhatsApp, all right? So read that again, brother.
Verse 4. Wisdom hath been created before all things.
Wisdom has been created before what?
All things.
Before what?
All things.
Before that peg in your ass, wisdom was created.
Before all things.
Before you went and get with that deviant woman who, she sick her damn self. Wisdom was created. Wisdom would have told you this is unseemly. This is unseemly for you to be a man, and you done elevated your own self. You done elevated yourself to you ain't a man no more. You a gorilla now. You a gorilla, boy. Somebody look up and see if there's homosexual gorillas. I just need to know that for a fact. It might be, they say some animals have homo traits or whatever. They say some fish be halfway swimming the other way. Let's just put it like that, right? Let's check and see if there's a whole, sassy gorilla somewhere, some rainbow ass gorilla somewhere. And let me know if gorillas cry. I need that too. Tell me if gorillas cry. All right, if gorillas somehow they cry. I don't know. Oh, you playing it?
I was just uploading it.
No sweat. No, you didn't have to put it in the stream, yeah, because I'm gonna need you to pause it and stuff like that. If you put it in the stream, I ain't gonna be able to pause it. You can pause it?
Yeah, we did it. I did it last time.
In the stream, yeah?
In the stream.
You a magician now. I don't know how the hell you do that. Go ahead.
It says,
You need the mic up. You have it?
It says, yes, same-sex sexual behavior, including homosexual acts, have been observed in both male and female gorillas.
Well, there you go. Now we get into the bottom of stuff now. Pause. Now we get into the root of it. Gorillas are homosexual. Read it again.
Oh, God, sir. It says, yes. There's a whole other one. Yes, researchers have documented homosexual behavior in both male and female mountain gorillas.
Go ahead.
Observing same-sex interactions in various social contexts, according to the Diane Fossey Gorilla Fund and University of Western Australia Studios.
Right. So, well, there are some gay gorillas. So now we understand that. Now we understand how he's gorilla Hebrew. He ain't not a man no more. He surpassed being a priest. He surpassed being an officer. He's chief head priest gorilla Hebrew. The girl. Growing all the way on that peg, boy. Let me get verse 4 again on.
Verse 4. Wisdom has been created before all things,
Mm-hmm.
in the understanding of prudence from everlasting,
And the understanding of prudence from everlasting. What is prudence? Who knows? What is prudence? Look it up.
In the context of the Bible, prudence refers to wise and careful judgment.
Say it again.
Prudence refers to wise and careful judgment.
Wise and careful judgment. Wise and careful judgment. And that's something outside of the UPK nobody has.
Right.
Outside of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, you don't have prudence. You don't have wise and careful judgment. You don't have wisdom. You don't have wisdom. If you was wise, you wouldn't put them damn fringes on a shirt. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't follow some, schizophrenic LGBTQ man who came from a group that said you could rape or force sexually young girls as soon as they started bleeding. The first day she started bleeding, you could start a plot on her to go have sex with her in the name of marriage, saying you could marry him young. You know what a young girl goes through when she first see blood coming out of her? She's terrified, nigga. She is terrified. She don't know what's going on with her body. Things are starting to change. You wouldn't let the fruit ripe. You want the bitter grapes. You want the grapes that ain't got nothing in it. You don't want the grapes that's sweet with sugar, because all the sugar in you. You full of sugar. I told you, that's a Sakari Khan. They're diabetic. That's my new name for them, a group of sodomites now. Since we can't say the bunch of sticks. You know what a bunch of sticks is, right? Okay. But there's a word that really literally means a bunch of sticks, right? Because, of course, y'all could figure it out why they call it a bunch of sticks.
Can I pull up the definition and just show it?
I ain't trying to get class flagged. Like, I'm trying to give Sakari more work than his woman did for the next 2 hours. Come on.
That's a lie. I looked it up. It says gorillas, they can make sounds, but they can't cry like humans.
They can't cry. So he done supersede the gorillas are. Oh. He done became a sodomite like some gorillas, and then he started crying. He's a piece of worker. He is a piece of work, brother. Where we at again?
Just in the verse 5, sir.
Right, prudence. Right, you don't have that wisdom. You don't have that thing. You built a whole diabetic camp. Right. That's what you did. You built a whole camp full of diabetic men. Out your own mouth, you said it. Out your own mouth, you start talking about how much of them committing adultery with each other's woman and stealing from each other's woman. And that's a GMS trait too. That whole adultery thing and passing them broads around and doing all that type of shit. Buying whores, prostituting, all that thing. You got a whole ton of sugar going on. And just like a bitch, you get on the screen and start to talk about other men. You start to talk about them and like a housewife, like an Atlanta housewife, love and hip hop housewife. After you done got bent over and some broad was going up in you, and that was a fantasy. Like you on Fantasy Island. You remember Fantasy Island with the little short nigga? boss, the peg. He's inflating the flame. He's like, boss, the peg. Oh, sodomite. And for the rest of the year, I'm telling you straight up now. For the rest of the year, just get used to it. All right. Skip me down to hold on. Give me verse 13.
Okay. Verse 13. Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall
start at 12.
Verse 12. The fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart, and giveth joy, and gladness, and a long life.
Hold on. No, Slakia. 11. Hold on. It's the whole chapter. I just don't want to go through the whole thing because so much other things to go through. Start at 11.
Verse 11. The fear of the Lord is honor. And glory.
Is what? The fear of the Lord is what?
Honor.
Is honor.
And glory.
Honor and glory, man. That's the fear of the Lord.
Right.
Being honorable.
That's right.
And glory. And there's nothing honorable about you becoming a woman as a man. Sisters have enough to fight with already Now you fighting her to be her. You gonna be her better than she is her. Like, you sick in your mind, man, and you raise a whole crew like that because nobody in your group decided to take you to counsel for nothing. And they knew what the hell was going on with you. They knew what you was doing. So much so the broad said, I don't want no counsel. Put everything I'm telling you on YouTube. Because she done been to your damn sham of a counsel. She done been there where nobody could check you. And that shit can't happen. That shit can't happen. What makes the UPK perfect is that we have the ability to right wrongs. That's what makes us perfect, man. When Christ said, be ye perfect as I am, he's talking about you have the ability to right a wrong. That's what he's talking about. You're gonna make mistakes, not a mistake like a peg. I'm talking in context now. I'm talking context. You might step on somebody's foot, bump into them, say something evil in anger. You might do those mistakes, and then you could get righted for that wrong. But you had a fantasy, which means you sat and thought about this thing. Premeditated peg, Bakwash. He sat there and, he took measurements. He took accounts of everything. So he went on the Amazon and he went and searched for it, right? He typed it in. You go on Amazon to buy anything. Don't you go look for, the size of it? Don't you look, is this a size 9? Will this fit? Is this a 11? If it's a shoe? If it's, a pants, is it a big and tall? Whatever it is. So, nigga, did you compare sizes with this shit when you ordered it? That's what the fuck I want to know. And did they put it in your mailbox or it was too big? They dropped it on the ground in front of your door. I want to know, did you pull up in front of your house and be like, the peg is here? Fucking slack you. Go ahead, Bakwa.
Slack, if I could. Even in Esau's kingdom, if you do something and then by accident or something happens, and then if you think about doing something, the punishment is like 10 times harsher if you actually think about doing something versus something just happening.
Yeah, something just happened. What do you call a crime of passion?
So yeah.
So you come in the house, you meet somebody on top of your wife or your child. It happened plenty of times with Esau, where he found out somebody is violating his son or daughter, and he lose it right then and there, and bloody the person. 9 out of 10 times, they're probably gonna give him something like 3 years probation, let him go. They ain't gonna put him in jail. But brother, you sit and think about this thing. There was a transaction behind this shit. This shit is on your bank record. You have a receipt for a peg. And somehow we're supposed to think you thorough and you a man of war and you gangster. What the fuck we talking about? Listen, man. I'm telling all y'all out there, man. You see that Sakari group, ask them how they feel about Pride Month. Ask them how they feel about, the LGBTQ. Ask them how they feel about a peg. Do they have a peg in the pocket? What's in your wallet, nigga? Go ahead.
Did he write the peg off?
Yeah. Was the peg tax refundable? Was it a tax write-off? That's what I want to know. Let's keep going on.
And gladness. And a crown of rejoicing.
That's what wisdom and fear of the Lord is. Gladness and rejoicing. But you up in some old sodomite group, and you're all holding secrets for each other for committing, death penalty offenses, which is having adultery with other men's women. You having full out adultery and God knows what else, brother. Y'all think this is all? The scriptures say, look within and see more. That's not all. That's not all. It stinks in there. It's if there's an old saying, the fish rots from the head. If your leader is a sodomite, what are the rest of y'all doing? And you can't tell me we not like him, because two cannot walk together unless they be agreed. Y'all are full house of the bunch of sticks. Y'all are full house of it. And y'all know, and he can't talk because after the high holiday, he went and meet with some sodomite. And this one over here, I won't play the tape, but he said something, brother. And the brothers in California caught it. Big up Malakman, Ashkawar. They caught it so good, brother. And I won't play it. Go ahead.
Count. When you saying if your leader is this and that, then what are you? I remember I used to slave at this one security joint, and there was one supervisor, he was really aggressive. And I noticed that I was really aggressive when it came to him. Then he got replaced. They replaced him with someone who's more I'm not gonna say lax,
more professional.
But yeah, kind of. And then I noticed I became like that.
You became more professional.
Kind of.
Listen, and that's because you are a sincere person when you come to do a job. You doing the job that's there. Now, there's brothers who's like that. They're sincere and they go into something and they see, okay, this is what it is and this is how it's done. And then there's another person who doesn't follow the pattern at all. Neither one of those is effective when it comes to, let's say that supervisor you had called you in the room and had some child duct tape in the corner and Coke on the table. Like, when it comes to that, being somebody who is coachable, meaning you could fit into a system and become part of the system. That's what I mean by being coachable. Somebody who's teachable. They're sincerely here for this to fulfill this thing, this job or whatever it is. Or being somebody who's a rebel. In them situations, unless you following what the Lord say, or you have a drive for justice and what's just, your moral compass ain't going to even help you. You get the point? You're going to just go along with the whole thing. And that's everybody in life. That's people in the school system. You know much dumb shit be happening in these school systems with these kids and teachers and all kind of shit. And when you come to find out, everybody know. And nobody ain't do nothing. You get the point? You're going to have, a certain drive for like, I can't stand for this shit. I ain't stomaching this. Nah. You're going to have to be willing to raise hell to get heaven. You understand? You're going to have to be, I'm going to just tear the whole thing down and we'll just rebuild it. But too much people is like holding on to something because really they can't build nothing. They never built anything. They thought they built something with this damn Sakari group, right? But if that's the case, and it's okay to break off because y'all know y'all are break off. You know this damn fool here is a sodomite. And they having adultery and beating his woman, and who knows what's going on with the kids. I keep saying it. Let's check on them kids. Let's find out what's going on with them children. Let's have a professional talk to them, and let's see what the children saying. Unless it is that you ready to just tear the whole thing down, you could rebuild. You get the point? But you can't rebuild nothing because you're from a break-off. Your parents are break-offs. Your parents are, highway robbers. Your parents are bandits. Your parents came through the window. They didn't come through the door. You get the point? Like you don't know how to carry on. You don't know how to correct anything. You don't know how to have something destroyed, and then you come and you pick up the pieces and you put the puzzle back together. Like you remember when you was a child, them pieces with 100 pieces. How many times that should break? You would cry if you reach halfway through and the puzzle break and you had to start over. You would cry. Just rebuild the shit. If you was taught right. That's what Commander YAHANNA did. He was abandoned and left and just whatever, UPK flag on the ground. And he decided, I'm going to pick this shit up, man, clean this flag off, and I'll restore the house that was left to me. Not, all right, forget UPK. What could we call ourselves now? I don't know. House of biscuits or bread? What do they call this? A house of bread? Gay as shit. House of bread. What you want a nigga come to do? Eat you? Fucking idiots. These anyway, let's keep going on. Please.
Verse 12. The fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart and giveth joy and gladness and a long life.
Yeah, but y'all ain't giving that because y'all don't fear the Lord. Y'all fear the internet. Y'all fear www.com. Y'all fear the videos and the Instagram, and y'all fear that thing. Y'all fear not being liked. Y'all fear not having views. That's why you went on there and cried like a bitch, because you wanted views. You wanted to be liked. And you didn't fear the Lord, because if you fear the Lord, brother, you would have disappeared. You'd have been somewhere in the Chesapeake Mountains or in Montana in a tent, laying face down in the earth, asking the Lord to punish you for what you did and never ever come back. The Lord would have had to bring you back. But you full of pride. You full of pride, and you could come on back and you could quarterback the whole thing from your chair. Like, I'm gonna just fall back, and this one gonna be a soldier, and that one gonna, nigga, shut up. Shut up. You're a faggot. Go ahead. So that's all I could do. If they clip the shit, yo, we just have class in here. Y'all could record it and put it on the internet after. But that's 7:59 for class. Just 1 hour. I last longer than that bitch in your ass, though. I'm sure about that shit. I'm sure about that shit. God, it's gonna hack you. I'm telling you, y'all have a year of this, eh? You're free to go to Baltimore for class. If you're fed up, go down to Virginia. But I'm gonna be talking about this nigga until December 31st, 2025.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead,
Good, sir. If I may, just hear what you're saying as far as the, checking on the kids, and then just the essence, like, of a leader, a child to their parent and a student to their teacher, you know what I mean, and a body to the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, as much as all of us are the brothers and the sisters, I'm sure I can speak for everybody when we say that we, so much grateful for Commander General YAHANNA.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And for just the nation as well, for you as well, Cap, because as I think about it, even with certain situations and why you should have such a stern leader to kind of go into different type of hypothetical situations and how to handle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we didn't have the type of leader that are in the I.S.U.P.K, and we got that, like, when you get in situations and you start to find, you in a sticky situation, you gonna think like, what would my leader do? And if you in the Sakari group and you get in these situations, right? You get somebody want to squabble with you, you're dealing with some type of issue in the world, you're dealing with some family issues, you're dealing with whatever issues out there. You're gonna think about what would my head do or my leader do? And if your leader would do such things as this cat here, as you said, when you look at the body of the scenario, you look at the body of it, you can only imagine. And oftentimes I catch myself like
hit that switch right there.
Oftentimes I catch myself on honest, nah, camera shot wouldn't do that. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and rock out there. I'm cool.
Listen,
you know
brother.
What I mean?
I'm telling you, brother. I grew up in it. I say it like that as a young officer, living with General Kathamgaba, Captain Shapanapash, Captain Nayathak, and then later on Captain Ash and Captain Kahan. And imagine being in a house, waking up every day, and those brothers in a room there. And you wake up, you get yourself together, you meeting a brother like that in the kitchen making coffee. Another brother like that walking through your door. It's a different scenario. And with something like that, brother, the checks and balances are, I can't tell you the amount of times I heard no, more yes. But not in Sakari. You get the point? Not in Sakari. Now, you could play Russian roulette with these Israelite groups if you want to. You could go ahead out there and experience life. Go do it. Go be a 17-year-old girl who has a whore for a mother who will say, go out there and live your life, girl. Go do that. Go Israelite camp hopping. I don't give a damn. Plenty topics. I know that. I got plenty topics for the rest of the year because you don't want to obey the Lord and you want to have glory. You want to have glory for it. And you brothers and sisters in here, just remember, no matter what you're dealing with, you in the house of the Lord. You in the house of the Lord. Life might get difficult. Life might get tough. I get it. There's a picture I saw today. Hold on. Let me see if I can send it to Bakwash too. Florida. The state of Florida is proposing changes to the child labor law. Right? It says, Bakwash, I just sent it to you. See if you could, you want me to send it to you on Messenger, or you got it from there?
I got it from here, sir.
Okay, it says proposed changes to Florida child labor laws. This is on CNN. Eliminate working time restrictions. So, a child who's underage could work however long. 14-year-olds can work overnight. Teens can work overnight on school days. and guaranteed meal breaks for ages 16 and 17. Who knows why Florida is trying to do this? Because don't answer, because I know you'll see the whole thing. Who knows why Florida is trying to do these things? Sis? Give her the mic. Let me grab the sister first. I'm going to come to you, Mafia.
Are they trying to enslave the children?
Well, that's what I thought. But it's a little bit more simpler than that. A little bit more simpler. Go ahead, Mafia.
Salaki, that was me, Officer Kazak, sir.
Salaki, Bodana.
No sweat, sir. Because of the lack of the labor force, because of the Hispanic brothers and sisters are being forced out the way. So now Esau got to turn to what he always has done: exploit children, because he can't treat
children. Right. Exploiting or overnight, Florida turned into Sakari.
Right.
Oh, y'all think it's making false allegations? Go check on them kids, man. I've been saying it. Go check on them children. Go check on them. Check on them, man. Somebody, please. Florida is experiencing a lack of labor force. No shit. So where you thought? You thought you could just deport immigrants, kick in doors, put people in internment camps, and somehow your lawn still get cut? Somehow all the oranges still get picked in Florida? Somehow Maryland went through it too in the first year with Trump. Maryland is famous for the crabs. That's the whole. I think one of the symbols of Maryland is the crab, right? They say all going down Annapolis, Eastern Maryland, Eastern Shore, all them crab restaurants had to go out of business because ain't nobody there to get the crab and husk the crab or shuck the crab or whatever it is they be doing. All the workers was immigrants. And so now they're saying we could just get some of these kids to work. The truant anyway, and now that bridges to the slavery. Now, because guess whose kids they're going to put in the factory overnight? Not Rubio, not Marco's kids. Get the point? It's ours. That's who they're going to be looking for to do it. All the kids that got left behind, who were born here, but their parents get deported, they're going to make a law to put them in there. And of course, brother, them kids is going to kill themselves, kill each other, be exploited, all kind of sexual exploitation. But Sakari don't care about none of that shit. A peg in his ass he need that. He need that shit out. He need it like a fish need water. He needs it, brother. Imagine that shit out. Amazon send you a picture too when they get, when you get your package. Imagine looking at your phone for the ping. Your package has been delivered. And what did he do? Did he select, a gift because he wanted it wrapped so nobody would see nothing? What did he do? I want to know if he put Gorilla Hebrew on the damn package. That got to be a big bag of a gorilla. God damn it. Let's keep going, please. Sir. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's very pagan of him.
I mean, it's rough. It's rough, brother. It's rough. But I guarantee you it's going to be like this for the rest of the year until, I get the order to stop or the order come down for everybody to stop. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last. And he shall find favor in the day of his death.
Read that one more time.
Verse 13. Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last.
Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last. What does that mean? Read the other line.
The first line, sir?
The other, or read the whole, give me the whole thing. You can just continue.
Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death.
All right, what is that talking about? What is we talking about? What do people think when you come to serve the Lord that you will find favor when?
When you die.
If that's the case, everybody would just be in it.
I would say immediately.
Immediately. That's what people think. People think. That's why, you remember the mafia movies? When the dawn on his last, they bring a priest in to absolve him of all his sins, because the minute he, confesses the name of Christ or says he's good, his sins are absolved. and he's immediately clean. So heaven is full of, Paulies and Dons and this one and that one. You get the point? That's what people think. However, you come to serve the Lord, you'll find favor with him when? At the end. Which means what? I hope I ain't wording it right. I'm wording it wrong. Go ahead.
Means when you come back, you're going to get your rewards.
Well, it didn't say come back. It just say at the end. I'll come to you, sis. Go ahead.
You said we say he who endures to the end.
Yeah, but what the hell does that mean? You gave me a precept. I need to know what it means. We'll give sister a shot. Read one more time, Mark.
Okay. Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last. And he shall find favor in the day of his death.
Go ahead.
Like you, sir, I was gonna say when Christ returns.
That's true, but that's not the day of his death. You could be alive when Christ returns. Go ahead. Oh, you're brave enough now. You're gonna take a cookie now. That's why I took one. I was like, y'all making it seem like the cookie is unclean. Now the cookie is fine. It begins with a C, not P like a peg. Go ahead. Go ahead, Shaw.
Me like you die. You're going to die by dying with integrity.
You're gonna die with the integrity. Okay, you're focusing on the death a lot. Go ahead, Bakwash.
I was going to say the favor that you're going to find and when you die is when you're going to die of old age with your family around, and you're going to see the generations that you have that you've raised.
So as you're gonna die, our man's supposed to die, our woman's supposed to die. So what does that mean about your life up until then? Did you find favor all? Damn, they're giving it to you. Go ahead, sis. So the sister wanted to get us. Salaki. Don't worry about it. We're working on the technology in here. I will drop 2 big boom mics like a set, like one of them Hollywood sets. Go ahead.
Is it because you have the fear of the Lord that you're going to have wisdom?
You're going to have wisdom, but what will you not have consistently through your life? What will you? Okay, I think I'm wording it bad. That's. I think it's my fault. It's a lot here. Go ahead, Bukash. Let me hear you.
You ain't gonna have a son with a purple dress.
Well, that's
prom
and with a peg in his ass. You surely ain't gonna have that. Okay, meaning you're gonna find favor at the end, but so at the end you comfortable to go. You're ready to go. You're good. You don't have no regrets. You're not sitting there like scared because you don't know this is the end and you ain't gonna have no chance again. You going out like how you're supposed to. But your life is going to be up and down. It's going to be different things happening. It ain't going to be, because you read this, you find favor at the end. People, the average person would say, why do I have to wait till the end to find favor? You get the point? You show this to one of them Egyptologists. So you mean I had to live my whole life miserable and only in the end to find favor? What kind of God is that? The God that ain't going to put a peg in your ass, I can tell you that much. However, you turn to the Lord, you follow wisdom, it ain't going to always be hunky-dory and nice. Because some of that wisdom is no. It don't feel good. It don't, it don't feel all right. You might really want to do this thing. La'ah. But this la'ah could make sure you die at the end with your family around, you live to a ripe old age. You ain't dying the death everybody else has. You don't find favor at the end. You could say, no, yeah, I stood with the Lord, man. I know what's going on. I'm straight. I had no fear for my kids and all of that. You good to go. You understand? No. But your life throughout is not going to be, a life of pleasure. A life of, all just good, nice things happening. That's not the life we live. We live a very restrictive life, a very, circumspect life. Like, so you have to always check where you're going, what you're doing, who's going to be there. It's like you just you OD on everything. And it's not normal for somebody who does not have wisdom, or it's not normal for an idiot. Because an idiot, this life we live is just too restrictive. Hold on, I think I had a precept for that. Hold on. Give me 21, Ecclesiasticus 21. And 19. Hold where you're at, though. Or somebody else could grab 21 and 19, because I still want to come back to chapter 1. Give me Ecclesiasticus 21 and 19. All right. See what this cookie talking about. It's like that?
That's a good $200 cookie.
That's a $200 cookie right there. Pay a Passover fee, man. Talking about I made it disappear. I know you did, nigga. I know you took all of that thing. You a gorilla. Who have it? Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, verse
21 and 19.
Chapter 21, verse 19. Doctrine unto fools is the fetters.
Hold on. Slow it down. Read again from the top.
Come. Verse 19. Doctrine unto the fools.
Doctrine unto fools. Read exactly what you see.
Doctrine unto fools is as fetters on the feet, and like manacles on the right hand.
Right. Doctrines unto fools is like fetters on the feet and like manacles on the right hand. What is that talking about? Read it again.
Doctrine unto fools is as fetters on the feet and like manacles on the right hand.
All right. What are we talking about? Gosh.
Fetters and manacles is something to restrict you. So, a fool that has doctrine is just going to restrict them.
That's how he sees wisdom. An idiot.
Like them 304s that says, you can't tell me what to wear.
You can't tell me what to wear. Who are you? You're not the boss of me. You're not my daddy. Bitch, if you had a father, you wouldn't listen to him either. You wouldn't listen to him. You wouldn't listen to him. Them idiots. I ain't following no man. I ain't dressing in all black. Why do I have to do that? 6 months? I had to wait 6 months to fuck abroad? Some. How long that bitch wait to put that peg in your ass? Did you make her wait 6 months? That's what I need to know. He taking polls to come back to YouTube. I want a poll, Sakari. Answer this. How long did you make that bitch wait before she put dick in your ass, a plastic rod in your behind? Did you make her wait 6 months? Did you obey the 6 month? Did she pay your daddy a dowry? That's a gorilla dowry. That's a big dowry. Did she pay your father a dowry before she humbled you? What's your laugh? It's the truth. I'll be here all year, nigga. I'll be here all year. Y'all gonna learn to walk wide of the UPK. Leave us the hell alone. Don't say shit. Don't say nothing. Salakia. I did this to your daddy. Not me, of course, the school. The UPK did this to your fathers before. Now you're gonna get some of this now. All right. Where we at? Yeah. Wisdom is like that. To somebody like that, it's like you telling them, don't do this thing, and it feels like bondage. I can't go back to class and it feels too restrictive. It's just I'd rather go over there where I could play and do whatever. That's an idiot. That's a fool. That's somebody who's simple. You get the point? Somebody who is simple, that's them. That's them. That's you're just an idiot. You despise wisdom. And wisdom to you feels like a shackle on your neck. or fetters of iron. You ever hear about you're bound in fetters of iron? Put him in irons and put chains on his hands, manacles on his hands, and fetters on his feet to keep him in line, keep him straight in line. And they're going to follow this group and go sit in that cell. And you're going to eat at this time. And you're going to eat what I tell you to eat. And you're going to eat when I tell you to eat. You're going to take a bath when I tell you to take a bath. You could have visitors when I say you could have visitors. No, that sounds like prison, right? That's also having a father. Right or wrong? That's also having a parent. That's also life in the truth, nigga. We lifers in here. We serving time. Ain't no short stints. You on the big boy cell block now.
Right.
We here for life, nigga. Right. We here until it's time to walk the green mile with John Coffey. We here until it's that time. We here for life. What time is it? Okay, time to get up now. Time to go eat. Time to go bathe. Time to go to slave. Time to go to camp. Time to cook. If your sister, time to cook this food because I had to drive and make it down to the class to give the brothers the food. I work 2 shifts today so I could be free tomorrow to watch these kids for these brothers while they go to camp. I have to do this thing. I have to do that. Time to pay a Passover fee. Hell, time to pay that Passover fee. Somebody tells you who you can have sex with. You might want to have sex with this person here. You bring your fantasy to the table. And there's some Grinch sitting on a chair somewhere and listening to you. And then we'll say, you know what, brother, you know what, sister, you know. Yeah, and they're trying to find a way to tell you, dumbass, don't do this shit. But they're trying to say it to you in a way that you might listen to them because they already know you're not going to listen. How do they know you're not going to listen? Who knows? How does that person in that chair, that Grinch that's stealing your Christmas, you dumb nigga, how do they know you're not going to listen? Go ahead, bro.
So, look, if I may, of course, there's a better answer, but just going off like a precept that says, know the men that labor amongst you. I mean, I know.
Okay, yes,
past behaviors.
Yes, but not for this question. But you're right, but not for this question.
Because you've been there before?
Yeah, because that nigga in the chair didn't listen at one time. That's why he's the best person to tell you no. Because the advice he giving you are sometimes it's not what he heard, it's what he's living. What he's have lived and probably is living. And he's like, brother, you don't want to do that. Sis, don't do it like that because, you know, XYZ, this could happen, that. He trying not to spill the whole anger he harboring for not listening to the counsel when he was on the other side of the table. So he trying not to just vomit out the whole thing on you and make you feel like he venting. He trying to help you. But he know you ain't going to listen because he could look at your eyes and he recognizes those eyes. He could look, he see the fire in your eyes. You just hot in the pants for that person. And he's like, yeah, well, you don't do that. You good? Yeah, kind of one cancer. To what, sir? To what the other one? Your sisters be putting extra roses and petals on that other one. And then as you leave, hey, shalom. Motherfucker ain't gonna listen to all this shit. You do. Anyway, I have the counsel for the next time to call. Let me see how long. What time is it? 10:55 on the 5th. Again, them till the 20th before. Sir, Salakia, this went wrong. Hey, Salakia, sir, shit. I should have listened to you, man. Go ahead, brother. Nah, don't sweat, brother. Listen, it's not your fault. Listen, you did not know no better. And try the best to carry you through. Because wisdom, it feels like you just holding me down. You just don't want to see me happy. There's Six Flags about 10 miles away. Go be fucking happy. Go be happy. Ain't nobody holding you, but I'm not the nigga by the gate checking your height. Go ride a ride and be happy. You don't have to, you don't have to get guided and be prevented from making mistakes. Go knock your head. Go knock your head, get bruised up, whatever. Shit. I need to do something else. That's how wisdom feels to somebody like that. They don't, it's just too trapping, too this, too that.
It's like, if I may.
Come on,
It's like, I didn't mean to cut you off too. What you're saying is true. So what you're saying is so heavy, and with this precept, and that's why it's so ironic that I've learned just from experience to always avoid people, and especially women that call themselves free spirits.
Yikes!
And it's like this precept, you're a free spirit because to you, any type of correction and the right thing makes you feel like your spirit is bound or you're tied up. So usually free spirits are the whores, just from my experience, or the men that call themselves free spirits. They're Sakar, they are Gorilla Hebrew. They in the monkey business.
You got a peg spirit. You got a free
That's
peg.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I see them free spirit, brother, and I see a challenge. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I mean, I could bet you I could put that bitch in a cage. I bet I could just get her spirit and put it right here. That was when I was a young brother. I just, that was what we call it, personal vanity.
Right.
I ain't doing that shit no more, bitch. Go fly.
Right.
Touch the sky. Up to the sky. Go up there. I don't care. Me, I'm gonna walk this mile. I'm gonna walk this mile the best of my ability and teach everybody else to walk this mile. Walk this old boring mile. You had the opportunity to marry 10,000 women. You pick one and tell her to go in your behind. You're sick. This is a sick Negro, and that's what the nigga say. You're sick, nigga. You're sick, and your whole crew sick. Where we at? Let's skip me back to chapter 1. Come on.
It's off topic, but I did have a question.
I'm here. So see what we could do.
Sir. I was trying to not catch up, but I read down a little bit in the chapter we were just in Ecclesiastes 21. Ecclesiastes 21 to 27. I just wanted a quick breakdown on that if you could.
Ecclesiastic as well?
21 and 27.
Okay, we go into 21 in a second. So I'll probably get with you right there, right?
Okay.
Give me verse 14.
What chapter, sir?
Chapter 1.
Okay.
We're going back to chapter 1, verse 14.
Verse 14. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Right, that's standard. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Go ahead.
And it was created with the faithful in the womb.
And it was created with the faithful in the womb. What does that mean? Let me see where you're at. Come on. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Like fear is an absolute great thing. And the white man would make you feel like, you shouldn't have to fear. You shouldn't have to fear your ruler or fear your father. And that's not love. Fear is not love. That's why people if Donald Trump love America. Or if they think Donald Trump loves America, love them, they'll say yes. And he is instilling fear in this place. Absolute fear. He made them scared of a Mexican or El Salvadorian. He made them scared of Putin. He making them scared of vaccines. He making them scared of, whatever, you name it. Fear is the beginning of wisdom. And what's the last part say? Go ahead.
And it was created with the faithful in the womb.
And it was created with the faithful in the womb. What does that mean? What's up? Come on, come on, man. You're quiet. What's the matter? Peg got your mouth? Come on.
From Megan Dyer says, like I said, the fear of the Lord was instilled in you before you were born.
Okay. Anything else? But no, if the fear of the Lord was instilled in you before you were born, how come by 14 you done smoke 10 blunts? And you all paid that girl $1 to kiss her in the bathroom. Do worse. How come by 18 you was aborting babies? If the fear of the Lord was put in you in the womb. Y'all with me? Read one more time, huh?
Okay. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
And was created with the faithful in the womb.
So like I said,
go ahead.
If I may, sir, is this so like I say, if I may, if this referring to the parents that one might have?
Mm-mm. Because there's children who don't have parents. There's children who, you know, Moses' parents gave him away. You get the point?
Can one cancer.
So, like you, sir, I was gonna say, where it says it was created with the faithful in the womb, it will come from the seed of the man who is faithful to the Most High.
No, because I hear what you're saying, but Samson's father, Samson, is there not a woman from your people you could choose? Samson still went and had sex with some African whore. Sis?
Is this talking about Christ?
But then he would be the only one who has wisdom. It is talking about him, but not how you think and not just him. I just think in context with that. Think in context with what we're dealing with.
So like I say, if I may?
One second. Go ahead.
I was going to say Israel.
It is Israel, but what about Israel? No, all your answers is correct in a context. For what this is here, a little different. All right, you good? Go ahead, brother.
So like I say, does it have to do with the spirit of the prophets being subjected to the prophets?
Come on, you're bringing me home now. You're in the neighborhood. You're playing just land in the country. You got to find where I'm talking about now. Now you're on to it. Read the last part again, Ragash.
Okay.
Hear the mic?
And it was created with the faithful in the womb.
Right? Wisdom is the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. Go ahead, Al. Let me hear you. You want to try it again?
Nah, like I said, I gotta listen to it.
No sweat, no sweat.
Go
ahead. Somebody else say Salaki? Mafia, let me hear you.
Sir. So with the faithful in the womb, the laws and statute was given onto the Israelites only, which was Jacob in the womb was the chosen one from that lineage.
Okay, yeah, but you know, goddamn, Solomon was the wisest man and went and took heathen wives out. Okay, think this what we're talking about here. Christians, fake Israelites, Muslims who are Israelites. The fear of the Lord, it was created for the faithful. What are you going to say?
I'm gonna say how you say you born in sin because your mother and father put a birthday cake in front of you as a baby.
You grew up in it.
So if you grow up, like in the truth, you know what I'm saying? Your parents, they from the womb, they was already
all right, a little bit different.
So like I said.
Come on.
So like I said, like I don't know what to say is like between the person like the die, right? But like they do bad, they come and knock on you to get hell. And if you do good now, the most I bring you back now, one time with your blessing.
That's true, but you could be born in the earth a dummiac, and the Lord just looking out for your dumb ass because you was good in the past life. You don't bound to have no wisdom. The Lord could just be looking out for you. Everything you do don't work, and you thinking you just things ain't working. This time is the Lord looking out for you. Okay, on context, what I'm talking about is here, us here. You are the faithful. You came into the truth and killed your old man or your old woman. You were born again. You are born again. You learn the fear of the Lord because you was faithful in here. Y'all again. Y'all spend time learning about the Lord, getting checked, getting chastised. And because of that, you have a healthy fear of the Lord, which drives your wisdom. That fool with the peg, he wouldn't sit in here. He's not faithful to nothing or no one but himself. Fake Israelites who used to be One West, they're not faithful. So wisdom wasn't created in them. It wasn't there from birth because they abandoned the shit. They left it. You get the point? It says wisdom is created in the faithful from the womb. Meaning you come in here and you get born again. You start over. You start fresh. You are born again. You only get to that point when you're faithful, when you are a totally different person than who you used to be. And why you're totally different? Because you know what it is to be on the other side of the Lord. Some people understand it more than others. But you understand totally what it is to not have the Lord with you. And now you fear him because you want him with you. That fool Sakari, he don't understand the fear of the Lord. He's not faithful to nothing. His men is not faithful to nothing. They're not even faithful to each other. They wouldn't even correct each other. They wouldn't even blame. Not one of them faggots made a tape about that faggot. Not one. And well, let me say one. The one who leaked it out. He a sodomite too, a literal one. But not one of them come out and say, man, I followed you. I paid tithes and blah, blah, blah. I got a whole vault of tapes with GMS. Y'all don't know who GMS is. That's that great millstone run by some dude named Tahar who used to be in the UPK back then. Commander General YAHANNA said when he was in the school, he was as thorough as could be, but always had a lust for white women. Always had that lust and broke apart from the school and formed a group that said it's okay to have sex with white women. They're going to be a concubine, not even understanding the concubine scripture. So he made this group GMS and they would wear curtains over this. They'd put a hole in a curtain, just throw it over you and go out there and just be reckless like real vagabonds, just real pieces of trash ass on the street, shaming the work of the Lord. And brother, there was this one branch of them down in Atlanta, right? Down in Atlanta, right at that 5 points. And one of them sodomites, brother, he was having sex with a lot of brothers' women. And he was ruling over the men in that group. I mean, like a pimp. I mean, they bought him a car in their name, paying the note. He took one of them penthouse apartments, put the nigga out the master bedroom, let the nigga sleep in the guest room. He take the whole thing over. So he's having sex with all these different women. He had a fetish for Jordans and, you know, always in the latest something. And lo and behold, he done had sex with some gangster down there in Atlanta, woman, and done took money from the broad and all kind of shit. The nigga men rolled up on them and pulled out all manner of Dracos on the camp. They started begging. I can't say if they draw the gun and we start to argue is about who gonna bite the bullet. Them niggas started begging. I got the tape. Don't test it. I got the tape. They went in the parking lot and started crying. Then they went up in the same penthouse apartment and turned on the camera because that's what GMS does. It's in the spirit. The spirit moved me and turned on the camera and sat on the couch and they all started crying about how evil this nigga was and it's his fault and how he almost get them killed. And they started to spill everything about him. And I'm talking about grown men on tape crying. And then one night we was coming from the strip club and this nigga, and he just get up and leave the room. I said, look at this young and restless ass bullshit here. I sat and watched all 2.5 hours of that shit just for research purposes. That's who Sakari's fathers and them are. They come from GMS. So when you see this happen, this is not new for, you know, some of the brothers in the school. This is not new seeing that shit, hearing the deviance that going on. That's why we could tell you the whole group's sick. The children sick. Them broads and them good night. I don't know what kind of, linebacker he done married her. But that's what happened when you despise wisdom. They're not faithful to the work of the Lord. The wisdom is not in them. Wisdom is absolutely not in them. If they were wise, they would start burning their Sakari shirts. They would burn it and renounce this shit and say, I done made a mistake. Even Abner renounced siding with Saul's family once he realized David was the king to follow. Abner said, fuck it, I'm done. I'm done with you all dumb niggas. I'm going to David now and I'm going to swear my sword to his fight. And I'm going to translate. That's what he said. I will translate the kingdom to David. Because Abner had that type of power. But your dumb ass now, you want to hold on to a t-shirt and a logo while your leader bends over and has a woman put a plastic member in his ass. Don't say shit about UPK. Watch your mouth. Don't say a goddamn thing. Don't make another tape, make another post. I'll be posting for the rest of the year though. But you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. Bite down like it was biting when that bitch was busting your backside. Bite down and don't say a goddamn thing. Don't say nothing. I'm gonna get a red ball and have a camp for anytime one of y'all come up to challenge and talk some shit. I want to ask you something. Put this in your mouth first, nigga. I know you're good and comfortable with that thing in your mouth. Drool coming down all the side of his beard and all kind of shit. You a damn sodomite, man. You had the nerve to stand up and say something. You had the nerve to just sit there and say. Anyway, let's continue the class. I'm trying to put it all in one class, but I figured I could spread it out. I'm not one of his wives. His wife's trying to put it all in one place. I don't spread the thing out. I'm here for the long haul. Where we at? Give me in verse 1, chapter 1. Let's go 27.
Verse 27. For the fear of the Lord is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight.
Faith and meekness are his delight. But the fear of the Lord is wisdom and instruction. That's the fear of the Lord. Having wisdom and being able to take instruction, brother. That's a gift, dog. You know how special you are if you want to go left and you get instructed to go right and you change course and go right. That's a ridiculous gift to have. That's something that's unheard of. That's it's foreign to most people. Most people would be like, man, I ain't doing that. I ain't kind of one kind. Right, we going. That's fear of the Lord. And the Lord delighted in what was the last part? And faith and meekness are what?
Meekness are his delight.
Faith and meekness. What is faith? What is faith?
That's like it's a faith.
What is faith? Come on up. Mike.
Faith is doing the work, saying, knowing that, believing that if you do the work, the outcome that was, promised will come true.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Faith is working towards something that don't exist. That's faith. Faith is working towards something that does not exist. It don't even. Like, why you all on this corner screaming and crying? We building the kingdom of heaven. Keep it moving. We building the kingdom of heaven. All right. Let me know when it's done. So I can come take a picture of this palace. Faith is working towards something that don't exist. It doesn't exist. It's not even fathomable. That's faith. And the Lord said, faith and meekness are his delight. What is meekness? What is meekness? You can look it up. You get a definition for it. Look it up. Quickly, come on. We're running out of time.
Slacky, sir, I got it.
Come on up.
Meek. Quite gentle and easy, imposed on, submissive.
All right. That's okay. Look up meekness.
I have something, sir.
Go ahead.
Meekness. The fact or condition of being meek, submissiveness.
Mm-hmm. You have anything
That's
else?
all.
I have a couple other words there. Go ahead, Regard.
Patience.
Someone who is afflicted or bearing a heavy burden.
I'll take that. That's part of the process. Somebody else going to say something?
Yeah, concept.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Bukwash.
The quality or state of being meek, mild, moderate, humble, or submissive quality.
Mild, moderate, humble. Get the point? Submissive quality in context, not like Sakari. Sakari thought being meek was, being submissive to some, old linebacker broad. Like the you ever see what is that Wayans movie where he with the girl in the bed and he acts upon the football helmet and the pads. Y'all never seen that shit? One of them Wayans brothers movie. The one who always acting like a sodomite. He's in the room with the girl and he said, "Yeah, let's do something sexy. Let's do something freaky." And he bring the football pads and put it on her. And he bring the helmet and he bring the jock strap. And before long, she looking like one of his teammates. And then he say, "All right, come on, tackle me now. Now I'm ready." Because that was his way of trying to tell her he gay. That's not meekness. That gorilla, he don't understand meekness. Meekness is the act of being humble, of being moderate. Moderate as opposed to what? Moderate as opposed to what? Who knows? Come on, Akim. You'll look up moderate if you don't get it. Moderate as opposed to what? What's moderate? Give me a definition for moderate. Or how y'all say it, Shapat, how y'all Judite say it? Because I say moderate. I might be confusing y'all with my exorcist.
Good right
You sure I'm good? You ain't saying shit. Come on, Bakwal.
Yeah, sir. Moderate is avoiding extremes of behavior or expression, observing reasonable limits.
Observing reasonable limits. Another simile or synonym is temperate. In other words, discipline. In this context, not moderate like you avoid an extreme where the UPK is too extreme, not like that. But in here, even though we're extreme, we're very moderate. What we could do to you on a corner, we don't. You get the point? What we could do to you anywhere, we don't. That's practicing discipline and temperance and moderation. You get the point? He's not moderate. He at camp, some fool called him a mamza, which is, some bastardized word. I don't even think that's how you say it in Hebrew, which means like a heathen child, because of course his mother is a devil. I think he's a devil, but just because of the latest shit here. But somebody called him a mamza, meaning he's a heathen, and he, I think, broke this brother's jaw and had the whole camp beat up this dude and went on the run from the police. That's how he ended up in Atlanta. I most believe. I might be even wrong about them details, but I know for a fact he definitely left that state for a minute and didn't return because there was warrants for him. And in his mind, that's him defending the gospel. Nigga, your slut mother ain't the fucking gospel. Like, I don't understand that shit. How is this? That's the point of contention. That's the point of contention. Who your mother opened her legs to? You unfit to be in any camp. You unfit to be on the corner. You're unfit to hold any Bible. You're a dummy. Now, you big and strong, you want to beat up somebody who call you a mamza, who say you a heathen, but yet still some broad could bend you over. Yeah, you meek in the wrong setting, nigga. When you were supposed to practice temperance, you didn't. And when you're supposed to go to hell off and be like, bitch, what the hell are you talking about? You trying to do this to me? You stupid. What the hell is wrong with you? You're supposed to draw a whole council if it was her idea, but I mean, out of your mouth, it wasn't even your idea. Her idea, which is ridiculous. It was yours. Imagine all kind of poison. Now imagine the preparation that go into this. The Google searches, He said he was an avid porn watcher. Probably go to all the porn awards and have everything, you know, bookmarked on his phone and everything else. Imagine all the research that went into this thing here. I mean, I know, you know, y'all know right now, research on the internet is visual. Imagine what he made that broad sit and watch that. And then you want to open your mouth and say something to me. For the rest of the year, nigga, we right here. We right here. What verse we at? Keep going.
Verse 28. Distrust not the fear of the Lord.
Distrust not the fear of the Lord. Don't compromise with that thing, man. You stand with the Lord. Go ahead.
Of the Lord. When thou art poor.
When thou art poor. Meaning when you're going through some hard time, don't leave the trust of the Lord. Stay faithful. Just like it says, at your death, you'll have favor. Because throughout your life, it's going to be all up and down things. Sometimes you might be like, damn, I ain't favored. You can't think like that. You decide to serve the Lord. This is the life. So even in poverty, even when times is rough and tough and tight, you're going to have to trust in the Lord, brother. I'm trying to tell you, you stay in here long enough, brother, you'll start to look like nothing bothers you. Because why would you let it bother you? And shit could be going all the way wrong. And I'm not saying like you're not handling business. You're handling business, but shit is tight. So what? They had to cut the bill, let them cut the bill, whatever. They had to cut the lights. Fuck it. Fuck it. What am I, losing sleep over?
I got candles.
Yeah, I got candles. What are you going to be talking about? These kids, you got, man, put the candle on and tell stories and tell jokes till you all fall asleep. You all forget how you all grew up? No, I'm not saying let the lights go out in your house. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if hard times come, as hard times fall on you, the best thing you could do. Come on, Shabbat, you better finish my sentence because you interrupt me there.
I mean,
I had a nice flow. I just cut through. I got cut through the zone and I'm running down 10. I mean, no, not 10, 30, 20 got daylight, and there's Shabbat. Come on.
I mean, you just talk through it, you just give me later. But you know what I'm saying? Speaking of the Lord, it's all about the brotherhood. If your light's about to get cut off, you should, rely on the Lord and call your brothers.
Oh boy, he impressed me, boy. Give him a hand. It's not. If you are a brother and things is rough for you, make sure you're at camp. Make sure you're at the school first. Make sure. You a sister and things getting tight, go look up a recipe that you ain't made in a while and make enough of it to feed a nation and bring it to the school. Just go bury your head in the work, Ark. Just go bury your head in the work and let's see how this thing gonna turn out. I've never seen it turn out the wrong way. Never. At the same time, get your counsel, let your camp leader know what's going on with you. But surely, don't get fantasies about putting a peg in your ass. That ain't gonna solve nothing. That ain't gonna solve shit. Hello, electric company? Oh yeah, listen, I can't pay. I spent my last $200 and have you ever heard about a peg? You all have electric pegs. I might pay that bill. Yo, I can't wait for camp. I want to see a t-shirt with fringes. I'm launching. I'm launching. Let me say something there, because give me that mic. Hey, you in that t-shirt? You have a peg in your ass right now. Keep going up.
So and come not unto him with a double heart.
And don't come serve the Lord with a double heart, man. Christ, you learn that Christ was black. You learn Christ was here 5 times, made 5 appearances. You know that the Most High is black. You know the Jews are black. You learn the clean and unclean laws. You learn dietary laws. You learn how to solve conflict. And somehow you get some counsel and all of a sudden that shit don't matter. Somehow something come into your mind and all of a sudden you thinking the opposite? Like, nigga, where's your faith? Where's your loyalty? Read that scripture again, huh?
Okay, verse 28. Distrust not the fear of the Lord.
Distrust not the fear of the Lord, man.
When thou art poor,
Mm-hmm.
and come not unto him with a double heart.
And don't come unto him with a double heart, man. Don't be like, well, I'm gonna show up as long as he's blessing my life. And the minute your life ain't going right, you stop showing up.
Right.
That ain't how it should work. That ain't how that should work at all. Yeah, man, that ain't how that should work at all. You got to stand with the Lord. These fools here never stood with the Lord and got the opportunity to do it and didn't do it. Keep going.
Verse 29. Be not an hypocrite.
Say it again.
Be not an hypocrite.
Say it one more time.
Be not an hypocrite.
Go ahead.
In the sight of men.
In the sight of men. You just said I'm gonna fall back. 1 week later. Yeah, I'm gonna just quarterback it from here. So and so gonna be your new head priest, and whatever he can handle, come up to me, nigga. What are we talking about? Keep going.
And take good heed what thou speakest.
Mm-hmm. And be careful what you say out your mouth. Be careful what you say out your mouth, Sakari gorilla. You big old monkey. Be careful what you say out your monkey ass mouth. Go ahead.
Verse 30. Exalt not thyself.
Who made you chief high priest? Chief head priest. And that's what his title is, chief head priest. Chief head priest fitted cap. That's your priestly garment. Chief head priest starter cap. Starter baseball cap, dumb nigga. The Bible said don't exalt yourself. Who gave you rank and authority? You did. That's why you decided to put a peg in your ass. You decided it was okay. You punish yourself for a week. You're such a goddamn child. You put yourself on timeout for a week. All right, y'all, I'm going in detention. I'm going to sit in the corner. Monday, you back making tapes because you exalted yourself. You wasn't strong enough to stay in rank and order. Tahar sinned. He made GMS. You went to them. At least you could have just remained faithful. You could have just stayed with them. That's what you should have did. But you couldn't even remain faithful in the mess you was raised up in. You couldn't even do that shit. Go ahead.
Lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so God discovered thy secret and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation.
Now tell me the Bible ain't real. Read it again. Exalt not thyself. Where's that in?
Exalt not thyself.
Verse 30, right? Go ahead.
Lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul.
Lest you fall and bring dishonor upon your soul. I don't know what. Your laundry probably is so horrible. Blood everywhere. You bleed more than a broad on her period. You're probably boring all her pads and shit. She like, babe, you see my Kotex, my the thing with the wings. Who? What wings? No, I ain't seen none. I ain't seen none, babe. Big old gorilla ass. Keep going. Hold on 1 second now. Go ahead.
And so God discovered thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation.
And you're so stupid. You blame brothers for this thing coming out about you. Didn't the Lord say, if there's evil in the city, I have done it? You're such a novice in the Bible. Surely, if you was really a priest, you would be like, the Lord is against me now. The Lord is against me. You would beg forgiveness from the Lord. That's what you would do. You would beg forgiveness from the Lord. But instead, you think the reason everybody found out was because of other men that you raised. You're so full of pride. You're so full of pride, you monkey. You're so full of pride. You don't realize the Lord is against you. We're going to take a poll. Should I make content? Nigga, we don't want no content. Because you're not content with your woman. You're not content with life. You have to reinvent something and fantasize about something. You're not content. You want to make content. I'm going to make content about you for the rest of the year. I'm going to make content about you for the rest of the year. And trust me, I was raised to do it. You see my fathers and my brothers. I was raised to do it. I was raised to dissect and get to the root of it and focus on you and make you just want to walk around with a hoodie all day long. Keep going.
Because thou camest not in the truth to fear the Lord.
Hold on now, you skipped me down, man. Where we at?
Verse 30.
Read 30 again from the top.
Verse 30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so God discovered thy secrets.
And the Lord discovered your secrets. Not that sodomite you had as your right-hand man. The Lord discovered your secrets. Not that woman. The Lord discovered your secrets. How do I know? Romans said they left the natural use of a woman, and the Lord gave you up to vile affections. That's what happened. The Lord let you go ahead. You wanted to play so much and you're behind? The Lord said, no problem. Play on the whole world stage, nigga. Play on the world stage. You want to be famous. Nigga want to be famous? Now you're famous, nigga. Now you're famous. Everybody now know the gorilla. Everybody now know the gorilla. Come on, gorilla. Do a trick, gorilla. Keep going.
And cast thee down in the midst of the congregation.
And he cast you down in the middle of the congregation of all Israel. Why do I say all Israel is the congregation? Because that's what he said. They said, you know, we all Israel. What's so special about the UPK? Well, since we all Israel now know you're a sodomite. You're a sodomite. I want to know if she put it in his mouth. Oh, y'all, I told y'all, if y'all don't like the class, if y'all feeling sorry for him, y'all free to drive up the road. You know? Y'all could go somewhere. I give y'all permission, y'all could go. I just need to know I just need to know if she told him get on his knees. Right? That's what I need to know. Since it's a fantasy now. Since it's a fantasy. Did you buy some lubricant with that peg? Did you get something to help the mission be complete? Even eggs in a pan need oil. Did you buy some oil to go with that thing, Sakari? I want to know. These are serious questions, Shapat. These are serious questions. Did you buy it in a bundle? Did you buy an Amazon bundle pack? Did you buy a pack with colors? Did it match your fringes, nigga, on your shirt? Was it the same color as your fringes on your shirt? That's what I want to know. Big gorilla and you getting back shots. Good, Shapat. Damn.
Salaki, the general said he didn't look it up on his phone, but he had his wife look it up, and the pegging kit came with oil with like a spare peg on the side.
With a spare one.
A spare peg.
In case the first one get flat.
I mean, it was like whatever size you feel like.
In case the first one get flat, he could take it off like a tire and put the spare one on. Say, hold on, baby. Put the spare one on. And when the rubber meets the road, that's the next thing. Did she wear a rubber? Did she put on a condom? What do you like, Sakari? The extra studded ones, the ribbed ones? How about the ones that gave the natural heat? They got some shit out now. It get warm. You like the one that warm, Sakari? In your ass? Come on, Bakwash.
It's a comment online from.
Let me just say something too. You people who commenting online, just make sure you're on this side of the fence. Because tonight I ain't taking no prisoners. I'm gonna just let you know. If you're coming to defend them, the class gonna be about you. Go ahead.
Okay, well then there's two comments.
Too late. I read them all. Come on.
Okay, so one was from Give Back What You Stole Now. It says, Cap, I believe
that's my nigga right there. Give back what you stole. I had of a fucking name. I'll get a give back what you stole now. Yeah, give it back now, nigga. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, Cap, I believe 100% she told him to kneel down and his yearn is to serve her. Salaki, if I may.
I think so too. I think so too. If there's one thing I know about Eve, Eve like power. And listen, every woman ever in the history of womankind has fantasized one day what it's like to be a man and have that power and a rod and all type of shit. So you finally make her dreams come true. He was like, hold on. You mean I could be like you? What she told you? Hold on. Did she grab your hips, your big old hips? Gorilla? Did she grab you, or she grab you under your stomach? What did she do? Did she pat your back? Was she gentle? Was she gentle, Gorilla Hebrew? Or you a gorilla? She probably wasn't. Oh my gosh, Bukwash. I did not think of that, Bukwash. You upstaged me out. Gorilla Hebrew, did she pull your chief priest hair? Did she make you look up at the ceiling? Did you lace? What's it? Head on frontal? Head on frontal? Did she make you look up at the ceiling? Did she do that to you? Now, I think it's about time I get the video. Hold on. Let me see the time. Hold on. I already know it's going to be hell for me the next 2 days. Don't worry about it.
Salaki Cap.
That's my conscience talking right there. If y'all didn't know, y'all heard that too? Or that was just in my head? That's my conscience right there. And my conscience is about to tell me, don't do it. Go ahead.
Now, I just get ready to say, so now, me and Officer Warren, we were talking about this. And, okay, any man that does that to himself, that allows that to be done to him, okay, to me, there is no limit morally to what you'll do. And I don't think people really are understanding it. Like, just like you said last week, I'm just waiting for it to come out that he's just like Nature Boy. When Nature Boy was like, me and my women have sex and my son watching, he touches my rod. That's a man that was violating men and letting men violate him.
Yep.
And so it's going to come out that there was kids watching while she was pegging him. It's going to come out that it was all types of deviantness, because a man that lets something go up in him, he's gone. He's gone. And really, I think she had his way I think she had her way with him in every way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to tell you, that nigga look up at the ceiling. He probably couldn't blink. She grabbed that hair so hard. She probably yanked that hair. His eyes is just stuck like this right here. She couldn't even blink. Good night. Somebody out there before you. Go ahead.
I was going to add on to what Officer Kazak was saying. For him to actually do some wild stuff like that, this can't be his first time doing it.
Oh, like you walking me right into the video. I love it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was thinking of when David's son, essayed his daughter, and then he was madly in love with her and whatnot, and then once he actually did it, then that demon left. He was disgusted with her. It seemed like this is like that same type of spirit with the sister, his wife, because she wanted to do it, but then she went out and told everybody afterwards.
I remember. No, I ain't sure if David's son actually did rape his sister. Did he actually do it? He actually did it. My memory done gone, but that's a good analogy, because remember, he said he was getting ready to pimp the wife out, and I do believe he already did it. I don't think this was no getting ready to do the shit. I think he already did the shit. Remember, you all don't know that part. He was pimping the white out to the white man. Now that's some white man shit. That is some white man shit. Even if brothers doing it now, that comes from the white man. You don't have no woman that's your woman that you let somebody else go with. Brothers before would have some girl who was like a jumper. They used to call them jump off before. And you pass them to the homies. Even that shit was wrong, but that comes from white people. That's something that these oppressors did to their own. They'll find some old geeky, nerdy girl and game her up all year long in school, and she thinks she's so special and she'll do anything, and they'll just violate her and just leave her. That comes from them. So he doing this shit here, and then he done fight some nigga in the street over his whole mommy, and now you come in now, you taking a daughter of Zion. The Bible said there shall be no whore of the daughter of Zion. You gonna pimp her out, and you want to pimp her out to white men. I think you just a white man, and you like the whole white supremacist type shit of having sex with black women. It makes you feel dominant. It makes you feel like a man, like, you could take a black man's woman and do what you want with her because black men is the real men. Like, there's more going on with this cat here than he would like to admit or people would like to even fathom. But Quash, cue me up that longer taper. Please. The longer peg, not the shorter one. Not for me, but for him.
Who knows he was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what he's into.
Right there. So he's now dry snitching, I would say, on people in his group. He's saying, I've known this cat since I was 10 years old. I think that's the clip. Right? Play it again from the start.
Okay.
Hold on. Is this loaded into the StreamYard?
Okay.
You got to show me how you do that. Go ahead.
Okay. The best friend, Sergeant Guitar, who knows he was 10 years old. That's what he's into. That's what he likes. That's not what I like. And there's not a woman, anybody in the whole world who can give a testimony to say, that's what I like. That's not true of him, though. Not at all. Right? So all of these stones are being thrown at me for screenshots of text messages when we got niggas who are actually doing the thing, actually committing sexual offenses and getting their rear ends played with. That's the reality of the situation. Now, again, this doesn't vindicate me in any situation, but here's what I can tell you. I didn't commit any adultery. I didn't commit any rainbow. I didn't commit any pedophilia. That ain't happened. Can everybody say that? I'm not saying that they're guilty of all the things, but definitely we got an adulterer kicking it with the rainbow, and we got another guy getting his rear end played with.
Anybody call
the
it?
Nerve of niggas to think
So
that
Logic,
they can go
sir.
on the TV and do.
Go ahead.
It's like, okay, I don't know if I caught what you were saying, but I heard something here. Okay, he named all the things that he didn't do, and he named all the men around him did the things he didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's interesting how he said how I never committed adultery, I never did any rainbow, I never did any pedophilia. And then he named those things. All the men around him did those things except pedophilia. He didn't name somebody that did pedophilia. So in my mind now, you the one that's doing the pedophilia because you hanging with these cats that are doing all these things, and somehow you the righteous one. You are in the midst of men that literally you ran down the list. So we
you knew about it.
Right, and you knew about it, and we supposed to believe now you as the leader. Right, you are the leader, meaning you have the authority in your group to kick these niggas out, to put these niggas on suspension. You got the authority to full out deal with it, and you mean to tell me you knew about this, that this is who is around you, and we supposed to believe that you aren't into any of those things? Yeah, man, come on, man. I mean, anybody that's believing that, they are into everything he's into,
and then some.
And
listen,
then some.
I'll take that, but there's something else. Anybody else want to try? Play it again from the start.
Okay.
The best friend, Sergeant Guitar, who knows he was 10 years old. That's what he's into. That's what he likes. That's not what I like. And there's not a woman, anybody in the whole world who can give a testimony to say.
He said that's what he likes, and that's not what I like. What you telling me? You saying you don't like it? You did it, but you didn't like it? It's like Tank said you got to do something like 2 times to see if you like something.
He said that's what he likes. That's not what I like. He didn't say that's what he likes. I don't do shit like that. I don't get down like that. He said that's not what I like.
Salakia, sir.
Come on. I'll come and say this. Come on.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but if he's saying that's what he like, it sounds like he did it to him.
Oh, I don't know. I'm this is what I'm trying to get in between two men and the relationship. You know what I mean? Like I would never, you know, what Sakari put together, let no man put asunder. Right? let that happen. But he say that's what he likes. That's not what I like. You know. All right then. You don't like it. And okay, shouldn't it be what the Lord likes? You know, it that even comes down in the bedroom. It's got to be what the Lord likes. And how you know it's what the Lord likes? Because she calling him. I'm giving you all some game. She's calling out to him. She's calling out to him. In the most, you know, contextually appropriate way, of course. You understand? It got to be what the Lord like. How you ought to be with your woman is how the Lord wants you to be with her, which is you're a man, masculine, and you are taking her. She's land. She's land that you work the ground. It's very a hard concept spiritually unless you grow up doing that type of labor, that type of landscaping or agriculture per se. And you ever drive a damn plow, you know, with an animal or even the tractor, the mechanical plow. You got to go dig that land up and work over that thing and sweat over it and make sure the land is good and ready to be planted. And then you put seed in that thing. You don't put work into this land. How in the fuck you let her put work on you? How did this happen? How we even get there? He gonna come out and cry again, and you'll realize he was molested as a child. He was sexualized as a child and probably violated again in his teenage years, early teenage years, but he's definitely violated as a child. And that thing stuck with him. That deviancy stuck with him all the way till now. And he can't even kick this thing that's going on with him here. He can't do it. And he could come and say he never did it. He made the kid disappear. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. You know, how do I know it's bullshit? Because you have an adulterer in your group and you didn't make him disappear. You have you say a LGBTQ man in your group, you didn't make him disappear. All of a sudden you get righteous. All of a sudden, you know, abomination or things that are abominable, you make him disappear. No. We got habit. Habit. We creatures are habit. You spend the last 10 years of your life exalting yourself and exercising every sexual deviance you could find. You done gone into the whole pornography world. You're a dickhead if you think pornography is real. They're actors. God damn it. You think that shit on the screen is real? Do you think that thing on the screen is real? That thing is not real. That's not how two people interact in reality. But you're such a naive, you're such a child. You're 14. You're 14 in a man's body with other 14-year-olds following you. You're just a kid. You're grown enough to get beat the hell down, though, I can tell you that, in the spirit. I'm not talking about in reality. Nobody say I threaten nobody on the damn internet. I'm saying in the spirit, because for the rest of the year, I'm going to be, if she didn't make it tap out, I will. Go ahead. So like your sister had something. Go ahead, grab me, man. You got to go? You sure? All right, no sweat. Bukwash?
God, so this is when you saying, you know, that you beating them down in the spirit. This is like a spiritual stoning for all to see, so that the sodomites out there that's fantasizing about it will be like, you know, maybe I shouldn't fantasize about this no more, and just stop.
Listen, you sodomites out there, do what the hell you want to do. Do it till you're satisfied. And don't stop till they get enough. You know what Michael Jackson said? I'm not trying to get in between nobody and their, you know, their thing. You want to be a sodomite? Fine. I want to have multiple wives. I wouldn't say shit to you. You don't say shit to me. You exercise your right to marry. I'll do mine. The God I serve says your lifestyle is wrong. You don't have a God. You serve each other. So do what the hell you want to do. This much I do know. This fool exalted himself and called himself by a title that's my profession. And then would fix his mouth to say whatever he feel like saying about the Israelite school of UPK, about Commanding General YAHANNA, about other brothers in the school. I heard he called Cesariak name, John Mahaiman name. Nigga, you mad because we always knew you was a faggot. I say it again. I don't think this tape gonna last. Like everybody knew you was one. Everybody knew you was one, but as Christ said, let them alone. They will be an help unto the truth. And how he's helping right now is this example that we're able to teach about him so that every man, woman, and child would know to get yourself in order. Get yourself together. Make sure you are not him. Make sure you don't become him. If you have some insatiable desire, some old nasty shit, or some substance abuse that you can't control something, make a phone call before the video comes out. Go say something, go get help, or stop. Just stop the shit and pray the Lord's forgiveness and pray the Lord, winks at your transgression, if that's how you want to describe it. But this thing here with him, is just another casualty of every fake Israelite that ever came up against the Israelite school of UPK and Commander Johnny Han. Right. Like I've been fortunate to live through. This has got to be about the fourth or the fifth one that's just, totally just destroyed and embarrassed and catapulted into shame. Go ahead, Bakwash. You got any more? You got two more comments or something, right?
Yeah, sir. It
Go
was
ahead.
One from someone named Cece, way back up.
No sweat.
Here it is. It says a brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city.
Okay. You wanted that broken down or something?
No, it seemed like they were saying because you're offending them, you ain't gonna win the brother over.
I ain't trying to win him. What the fuck you think? You think this ain't that type of thing, nigga. Like this is, trying to win him over. Did that bitch win him over when she bent him over? Did she win him over? I'm asking you. It was Cece? It's Cece. Did she win him over? Cece, let me ask you another question. Did Sakari win you over? Maybe he did. Do you have the special on the pegs? You know where to get them for the low? You better get them pegs quickly from China. Trump tariffs. You're going to be paying 25% more per plastic. It's going to be rough on you. Any more?
Preaching Officer Hawar says, Salaga said, don't forget their Passover in the strip club.
Oh, Tawada Hawar. God damn it. If y'all knew, a couple of years ago, they had a Passover party at some old strip club, I think right in Atlanta. When the broads coming up in the VIP section in bikinis and shit with the sparkly bottles. And the niggas is on the tape saying, you're Israelite. Are you married? You bet you there to work. Like, they're so stupid. This is her job. And imagine how degrading of a job it is. And you trying to find out if she married. Why? What's on your mind? This is this group up. They teach it's okay to go to the strip club and buy prostitutes. That's what his father Tahar taught, that you could buy a whore, you could share a whore. I'll get these tapes. I'm definitely get them. You're looking at me like, damn, this is unbelievable. Brother, they on the streets talking stories about And last weekend, me, so and so and so and so, and we was up there in Connecticut because I got an apartment up there, and we went and get the special. You all know what the special is, and the other retarded one in the corner say, yeah, the special. And then they go to tell you what the special is, and the special is 3 hoes, and they spend the whole night with them and switch them out and all kind of shit. And that's who he comes from. When he first broke away, him and Tahar was at it, and then he formed this group and did his thing up, and that's who we're talking about here. That's who CC wants me to win over. Well, I'm assuming that's what CC means by our brother offended is harder to win. How come I'm not the one offended, and you're not going to him and saying, man, you ain't gonna ever be right with them UPK niggas, you don't offend them? I'm assuming if that's how you meant it. I don't know. I could be wrong. Go ahead.
Constant Slug. So I seen an old video with Tahar and that the one who came up against Cap Zaria.
Polite.
Yeah, Constant Polite. And he was teaching him that you can, essay a young girl.
Yeah.
In that old video.
They said if one of their daughters, one of their friends want to take one of their daughters, you say you had to let him do it. You're going in the ground, nigga. And I'm making sure she watch so she knows what should happen to somebody who does it to her. And you're going in the ground. And I'll write letters to make sure she know how to act in life, and I'll gladly go sit wherever. But you're going in the ground. You're going there. I'll bury you deeper than Sakari's wife buried that peg in his ass.
Wow.
Deeper than that. Navy SEAL team deep. We're going. Go ahead.
So I'm not sure who this is. It's just W. But it says right after you went on a rant with CC, it says, Cap, don't be funny. I'm not in that. I don't know who, like I said, I don't know who that is.
I'm glad you cleared it up. I'm glad you cleared it up, W, or CC, or whoever it is. I'm glad you cleared it up. And I could say, listen, man, I didn't know, or woman, I didn't know. I was just saying, But if this is you and you put the scripture, why would you put the scripture about, what did you mean by it? A brother offended is harder to gain than a city. What do you mean by it? Who is the one who's offended? Explain that to me. Let's carry on real quick, all right?
Okay.
We just have a few more minutes and we're done. Carry on from where you are.
Because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit.
That's it. That's what's going on with that gorilla. You didn't come in the truth. Your heart is full of deceit.
Right.
You said you was going to fall back. You said they could have it. You said they wanted your seat. That's what you said. They just wanted my seat, man. They just wanted the seat. I love y'all niggas, man. Whatever I taught you, go do it, man. Go like you started something. Like you started some shit. Like you do. Listen, Moses ain't even bitch like that when he stood on the mountaintop. And this is Moses we talking about. Moses ain't even bitch like that. You up there crying, I'm out, man. And who the fuck cares if you're out? I want to know if she put it in your mouth. That's what I want to know. I want to know if she told you, take that, take that, take that. I want to know if you threw up on a gag. Yeah, I'm too nasty. I'm too nasty now. You see all y'all are? I'm too nasty. They didn't touch the back of your throat, Sakari. That's what the fuck I want to know. I want to know that shit. Because it's on tape. The broad recorded your phone. The broad did your messages and all this type of shit. It's true what the hell happened. You just shamed now because you done live the celebrity lifestyle and you don't want to lose it. Listen, man, you ain't got to lose it. Just come out. Just come fully up. Come on.
So like, sir.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen one of his most recent videos, but I don't think he's shamed no more. I think that demon left for a small time period when he got caught, and then it came right back with 7 more because he on video now talking about the bed of marriage is undefiled, and who are you why are you policing people bedrooms? So it's like it went from I'm ashamed of this and I never did this, and these niggas did that, I never did this, to now the marriage bed is undefiled.
Because like I think you what's called that thing? What's called that thing them Catholics just have? Because like I think you just found the Holy Grail. I think that you just, because you're right. If he said this never happened, how could the marriage bed be undefiled?
Right.
Like, what would be the defense for, well, the marriage bed is undefiled? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it got to be, I'm using this to defend something I did for me to say the marriage bed is undefiled. You understand what I'm saying? Or else you wouldn't even say the marriage bed is undefiled. You would just say, I never did this shit. What? Y'all never thought about smoking weed? Y'all never thought about eating pork? Yeah, I fantasized about it, but I never did it. I'm doubling down. I'm hands down. I dare you go ask that bitch, but he didn't do none of that shit. Now the marriage bed is undefiled. You're a nasty nigga, according to Kazak. You're a nasty nigga. You're nasty as hell. Leaving, doo-doo all over the goddamn. Let me stop. Who had their hand up? Somebody else had their hand up? Go ahead, Barack. And then skip to Ecclesiasticus 21. Whoever reading. Go ahead.
I made the same thing that the video that also Kazak was talking about. I want to say in that same video, he said about the marriage bed being undefiled and how you can tell a man what he can and can't do in the bed with his woman. I think that's in the very same video.
Oh.
Yep.
Second?
I got it, sir.
Go ahead. Now listen now. I sold you all a half movie tonight. I got the videos of the GMS member about 10, 15 years ago saying the same thing. His wife caught him wearing her panties on the bed, and he was spread eagle with feces in the panties. And she came in the school and told the head priest and them. And this nigga said on camera, your wife's supposed to keep your bedroom secrets. What kind of man talks about bedroom secrets with another man's woman? That ain't none of your business. That ain't none of your business. You can't dictate what, nigga, did you wear the panty? Did you pull it all the way up? That's what I want to know. Did you pull it all the way up, or it got stuck around your big manly thighs? Did you pull it all the way up, nigga? All the way up into your crutches? No, that's Sakari's daddy. They're all from the same camp. And this nigga used to be on the streets, eyeliner and all kind of shit. How we found out, somebody from their group was beefing with him and went to his YouTube page. Now, this was in the time YouTube was like, Stone Age YouTube. And you could see everything somebody followed. And he followed some tranny accounts. He liked it. And that's how the story came out. And then everything just snowballed after that. Similar to this dude here. The broad talk, the screenshots there, and everything is just going snowball. He ain't got long again now. That's why I said it for the year. I'm just getting all out now. I'm not even waiting for when the rest come out. When the rest come out, y'all could catch up. I'm gonna say it all now. You get the point? But that's this group up. That's who they are. Now, when you see them with the Sakari and some and the gold shit looking like an Arab, that's who their daddy is. That's them. All right. Where we at? Ecclesiasticus 21.
So you want me to play that video?
Oh, Salaki, go ahead, please. Barack, where's your question? We'll get up next and then we're done.
Y'all thought that the marriage bed was undefiled. So what I had going on with my wife, what problem is that? Some people think if you go on your wife's anus, that's unlawful. Y'all the ones that told everybody, nah, that's fine. Right? Why? Because the marriage bed is undefiled. So why now are you guys policing marriage beds? That's very interesting.
He said, what a man have going on with his wife, that's none of your business.
I don't care.
Let me just use this here as a real teachable moment. This is what happens when you don't obey the 6-month rule. This is what happens when she hasn't met his father and he hasn't met hers. Because surely she would not be able to look her father in the face knowing she tearing this man up like that. There's a certain amount of it's spiritual. There's a certain accountability when you have authority over you. Because in the presence of that authority, you can't hold a face. If you're doing some, fucked up shit. You wouldn't be able to do it if this is your real authority figure. This is somebody you love and respect. You ain't gonna be able to stand there and do whatever. Get the point? What you do to a man's daughter in the bedroom, yes, you her husband. Yes, the marriage bell is undefiled, nigga. But there's still a certain amount of brotherhood and care you got to take to this, So you mean it's okay to let somebody come and watch? That's that man's daughter. What is he talking about? You could make videos and put it on the internet? That's his daughter, brother. You're gonna see her father at the Passover. Oh, Passover is in the strip club. Forget about it. You understand? This is the importance of going through. Walk the fucking mile, nigga. Just walk the mile. Just come in here and get in line and walk the mile. Walk. You walk long enough and good enough, everything just gonna fall into place. You're gonna get everything you need. You try to jump the line, shit gonna happen. You try to fall out, shit gonna happen. You try to slow up, shit gonna happen. Just get in here, get in line, get in the spirit of thing, get instruction, get wisdom, get discipline, be moderate, be temperate. Wait. That's all you gotta do. Just wait and get raised. Get, raised up right. You like a tree or a flower or some blade of grass coming out at night thinking there's sun. The sun is in the day. You just simple. You doing the marriage bed is undefiled, so that means you could do whatever you want to her in there. Like you don't have a relationship with her father. Like you didn't just negotiate a dowry with him. Out and just respect. Now, with that said, there's certain things she might like that you just might have to do that she might like. Not every woman would like it, but she's into that type of thing. You might be into that type of thing. That's fine. But you getting her to go in your rear end, that's not what the scripture is talking about. The marriage bed is undefiled. So if you decide to be like one of them Arabs in Dubai, could you defecate on top of your wife and piss on her? Like it's undefiled. Go ahead, sis. So, yeah, go ahead. Do your thing, sis. Go ahead.
Mathia send me an alley-oop. This is
come on.
This is the Passover. Their Passover.
Oh, play it out.
Out here with my brother. You see it.
One second. There it is.
Out here with my brother. You see it. Super fly. You try out here. Hey man, your boy went and did it to him, huh?
Y'all single, y'all can have some too. Yeah, y'all single, right? Yeah. Y'all single? Y'all single? Y'all be encouraged.
I got it. Wow. Really tripping. Let's get it.
That's it? What they doing now?
He's just showing every.
Y'all didn't see the part where he asked the girl about if she have a husband.
Constantly,
yeah. Oh, y'all heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah. For what? And if she don't, nigga, that's the bitch you want? Nigga, go to a library and get that broad who back there looking boring with them glasses, checking books out. She might be just that cup of coffee you need in your life. I'm just trying to tell you. She might be just that thing you think you're looking for in the damn strip club. She behind them books waiting for you to set her free. Go in there and give her something to think about amongst all them books. She climbing the ladder. All she can think about is you. But you want to go and have a woman everybody had. You're a sodomite. That's who you are.
So like I said,
come on, please.
So like I said, not only are these niggas wicked, these niggas are lame. Like, who goes to a strip club and asks strippers, "Are you single?" You are lame. You're a loser.
Like that is so corny. These corny niggas. Corny niggas. Like, are you saying what the fuck you think she gonna say? She in the strip club, nigga. You think she gonna say, "No, I'm married"? She no tips is coming if you think you can have her. That's selling sex. They do it with singers all the time. Mariah Carey came up when she was what, 18, 17, something like that. She was married to what's he dude's name? No, it's not Jimmy Iovine. Is it Jimmy Iovine?
Tommy Mottola.
Tommy Mottola, old ass white man. They didn't say nothing to nobody about nothing. They had to sell her image. She was black. She looked black, but she looked white. She light skinned. She had the long hair. Go sit on that swing, girl, and sing that song. Let every nigga lust over you. They're going to buy your album. It's selling sex. They do it all the time. They do it with so many groups and so many people keep their private life out because the minute they know you have a man, you lose your sex appeal. You think the bitch going to tell you, yeah, I have a man? Of course she going to lie to you, nigga, because you're Trump. You're stupid. I'm in here with brothers who a sister, she had to go take a shot, grab two other sisters to help her walk over to you to say hello at the Passover, the black party, because she, in her mind, a man like you will just never talk to her. Meanwhile, you ready to break the bank over some slut in a strip club who you're gonna go home and ask to F you. Like you don't sell the bitch a dream. She in the car going home, okay, well, I'll go let this nigga have his way with me. She go in the house and is like, this is different. This is new. Crazy. Sick. To water too. Let me get these last two up. Give me Ecclesiasticus 32 and 17. Let me get it. In fact, hold on. Barack, what was your question?
Salaga, it was Ecclesiastes chapter 21, I believe, verse 27.
Okay, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 21, verse 27. When the ungodly curseth Satan, he curseth his own soul.
Mm-hmm.
There's some context.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Say it again.
Ecclesiastes 21 and 27.
Mm-hmm.
When the ungodly curseth Satan, he curseth his own soul.
All right. Break down the first part. Let's give me the first part. If anybody else want to try it, give me a quick.
Is somebody who not following the Most High decides that they not about to follow
The ungodly curse and Satan. Real simple. It happens every day. Who do Christians blame? You ain't nothing but the devil. See, the devil is busy. It's just Satan working against me, and the devil is busy. That's how Christians do it. Christians say they blame the devil for things that going on. But what really is going on? Who needs the blame? Yes. When a person curses Satan, what's that? Ungodly person curse Satan, you're really cursing yourself. You, Satan. You, the wicked. You, the devil. That is you. Because if somebody is godly, when something going wrong, what would they do? Take an inventory of themselves. Something got to be going wrong with me. I'm doing something wrong to make the Lord be against me. But a Christian think they're so good and Satan just don't want them to have this house. And God don't want them to have Satan don't want them to have these riches. God want them to prosper. But Satan, oh boy, that's tricky devil, as they eat the pork and the shrimp and molest people's children and have LGBTQ relationships. That's Zechariah. He blamed everybody around him for the tape. Did you take a consensus about the peg you should put in your ass? Did you go to them same men who you're blaming and say, well, which side you think I should take? Which color? What do you think I should have? You didn't do none of that shit. This is all on you and nothing else. And ain't nobody jealous for your seat. You think somebody want to sit where you sit? You sit on a peg. Who the fuck fighting for that shit? Who's fighting for that? Who's really putting up, a plot? Who's meeting under candlelight, like in Gladiator? In the Maximus Decimus Meridius, we must get rid of him. And what about the peg, sire? Somebody's got to sit in that seat. You hear something in the bushes, you're out your candle. Ain't nobody plotting for your seat, nigga. Nobody don't want that. RuPaul don't want your seat. You're that gay. You understand, Barack? Give me that last one that I called for, Ecclesiasticus 32 and 17.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved.
A sinful man will not be corrected. He get correction and he don't want to take it. He won't be corrected. Nobody could tell him nothing, which is the spirit of pride he got on him now. Go ahead.
But findeth an excuse according to his will.
But what?
Findeth an excuse according to his will.
But findeth what?
An excuse according to his will.
Marriage bed is undefiled. He find an excuse according to his will, not the Lord's will. He said, that's not what I like, not what the Lord like. Not how the Lord would want you to do it. Not how the Lord would want you to deal with this woman and deal with the brothers and, handle this situation. You're doing it how you like. And read the last part again. And go ahead.
But findeth an excuse according to his will.
But findeth an excuse according to his will. What does that sign say right there? All the way from the top. Read it from the top.
I.S.U.P.K. No excuses.
I.S.U.P.K. No excuses. You could make excuses all you want. You could say he slipped and fell and landed on the damn peg. You could say she drugged you. Nigga, you'd have been better off saying that she put a quaalude in your wine. She put a pill in your yayan. You woke up the next day sore. That's usually what them college hoes be saying. No, I'm not making fun of anybody who actually get violated. But them old college hoes be saying that shit. You'd have been better off. The UPK has no excuses. We don't make excuses. We make sure shit get done. And our women get done. They don't do us. I'll be back next week for more on the Pegging Diaries. That part the class over. Please hold on for Sister Pratt. Just the salute. I do the announcement and the salute.
Okay. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We at the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves to the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother will get After this 6 month period, the brother or sister get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find us in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew and it's pronounced ma'ashura. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teaching. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation, the Lord's 56th annual Passover in Atlanta, Georgia, Saturday, April the 12th. It's a week-long worth of events. You know what I'm saying? A whole week. You know what I'm saying? It's $200. Commander General YAHANNA got it wrapped up for you. $200 the Passover fee for all adults 17 and up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you book your hotels and get your travel arrangements ready. Anybody else, Salak? Anybody got anything else to add? You know what I'm saying? Remind Akim to check on social media such as I.S.U.P.K.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K. events and materials. If a brother wants to be a troop in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, or scarf. With that, I say I might, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat. Matah, saw which means to turn. Sisters who may stand, mighty. We'll give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander General YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Your boy Pastor Troy going all the way up with you, man. You already know. Friday, April 11th at the atrium. Yeah, man. Doors open at 8 p.m. You already know we're going from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., man. You already know it's going all the way down. Your boy Pastor Troy, DJ Jelly performing live. And then we getting out there, man, Saturday, yeah, April 12th. It's going all the way down for the Passover. Yeah, man, you already know. At the Marriott Marquis downtown. Yeah, man, we're going from 5 p.m. to midnight. You already know. Hosted by Commander General YAHANNA. Your boy Pastor Troy going to be in the building, man. Y'all boys holler.
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous Classic Atrium. I.S.U.P.K presents the All-Black Party with live performances by
Never see another
King
nigga like
Ty,
this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144, Nakawan,
Niggas snitching in the act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated.
Sean,
If I'm more right, that's good business.
Natazai,
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
special guest from China Monet, and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior YAHANNA will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.